the wonderful Gasmask Tribe podcast where we filter out that blood. I am your host,
That
and along with another great host of this motherfucking show.
Oops, and guess what? I'm eating cornbread. I'm eating cornbread and chitlins in the big house.
Because niggas like we ain't with that master shit.
Whip
I'm
what?
the master. This motherfucker.
I'm the one bringing all the secrets out, nigga.
This nigga said whips what? ah!
I gotta call the bullshit called on that one because you know what I mean, that goes back into what our whole show is about because the simple fact of PTSD and we got depression and shit. Niggas do wake up wanting to die. You know what I mean?
Good take over, good we be going so loud, yeah, so loud,
What's good, world? Yeah. We are in here back with another great episode of the Gasmask Tribe TV podcast where we filter out that. He did it nice and subtle tonight, yeah. Bullshit.
I'm like playing my player voice. Hey.
People.
Cold, man.
Yeah, you got that corona?
Nah, man. I think everybody got corona. I got cold. Not COVID, but it's cold. COLD.
Turn up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect. People, welcome to this great episode on tonight. Tonight we're talking about real true artistry. And if you hear music in the background, that's because I'm at the studio, people. I have a live band that's next door that's literally performing in our studio, Hub City Sound Productions. But this show is brought to you by Biz Entertainment. And I would like to thank you guys for really tuning in. Really appreciate you guys so much. Honestly, tonight is going to be a great episode. We have tea time. Yes, tea time is going to be literally murdering the mic right now because we're about to get into it. Like, we're about to have the real conversations that no people don't have in the music industry. You know what I mean? And these are the things that, you know, I like to kind of set the tone of the night, you know, where I like to have conversations with people who have a total different fucking lifestyle, but we're in the same world. If that makes any sense. Because a lot of people may take it as a foul effect to want to do something that someone else is doing or want to they look at that as foul, like, oh, you're not continuing things on your own, you becoming a follower, da. And I like to be in the same room with people who literally we're in the same world, but they have their own trajectory in life, right? They know where they want to go in life, because that helps me to stay on my 10 toes and know where I want to go in life. So I want to bring her up. We got a little feedback going on, but I want to bring her up right now. And welcome to the tribe, everyone. Put a great round of applause. Also, we're going to have the sound effects. Y'all know we got sound effects now, you know what I mean? Thanks to Notice, we got great sound effects now. Hit us with a... Yeah. Y'all, I want to welcome everyone. Let's welcome to the tribe. Also, thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you know we're gonna have it. So, people, if you're watching this show, generally we always put our special guests in the middle. And that's just a way of us kind of making sure that they're centered and they're the center of the conversation of the night. So what we're expounding on, of course, is your life, where you've come from, and all those great things. But you already know. I want to start with the background. You know, where'd you start? Where'd you come up? You know, what I mean, let's start in the basics because I want to speed things up. You know, I know we gotta fast forward a little bit to get to the real hot meat potatoes of everything. But let's just, you know what I mean, let's start there. Let's start, your background, your military background also.
Okay. I was born in Richmond, Virginia, raised in Georgia. Spent most of my life out there, middle school, high school. Moved out here to California, 2009. Joined the military in 2013. So between 2009 and 2013, I played basketball at Santa Monica College. Came out here to play ball, transferred to Oregon on a basketball scholarship, played ball out there, came back, started working at Jamba Juice, wasn't making enough, and I was like, I got to do something different. Joined the military to kind of set myself up for something different. I come from a military background. My dad was in the service 20 plus
Oh,
years.
really? What branch? What branch did you
I served in the Army. I did 4 years and 5 months.
go Army? That's what's
Yeah.
up.
I got out as a sergeant.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I got out with PTSD.
Look, I got a whole list of shit. Like,
I was in the Navy though. I was in the Navy. I was joining the
oh,
Navy. I left Compton. You know what I mean? I wasn't about to go get shot at again. I was
yeah,
just to make it fix.
yeah. I served a year in Korea. That was my overseas tour that I did, and did some time down with the BCT, and my job was to supply, logistics and stuff like that. But
Right.
before all of that, sports was my thing. Music. I've been doing music since the sixth grade, middle school band.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What position?
Nice.
What instrument did you?
Yeah, what position? What the fuck? All the musicians are like, this nigga just said what position?
I said what
I
instrument?
was playing
I
the
just came
flute.
from my girls playing basketball. So
I
they
know,
like,
so
you know
your
what I mean?
brain
Like,
is already.
what position? You know, I'm a sportsman.
Your brain is already still at the game.
No, I
Right,
played the
straight
flute,
up.
man.
The flute.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, my first instrument was a drum set when I was, I think like 4 or 5 or some shit like that. I got it for Christmas, and I started doing that, and I was raised in a church, so with the music and the singing and in the choir, and I come from my family got a little bit of musical history, so I just kind of fell in line with everything, really.
Right. What's your passion?
Music.
Music. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I chose music over the sports. Like I was in the marching band in high school, and that shit was totally fun. Like the energy that it was given, like to be out there on the field and doing the music and us doing field shows, writing the music, just going out there and feeling that hype. I had to make a choice my junior year. They was like, sports or band because
Right.
basketball tied in during the marching band time. And I played all
Right.
sports, even football, tennis, soccer, all that shit. I played everything. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to choose basketball and just continue to play, sports. And maybe the music will eventually find me. And joined the military, got out. And I was like, what am I going to do? Like, the hell? So I enrolled at the Los Angeles Film School. I'm in school for audio production. I graduate this year with my bachelor's.
Oh,
So,
congratulations.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
So I could do video games, movies, trailers, music, like all that stuff. And that's what got me started with the music when I started school in 2018 to get back into it.
Right. Right. See, for me, it was a little bit different. Not to make it about me or anything, but it was like I put music on hold because I had to get out the hood. Wasn't nobody handing me no handouts, no tickets, no like, hey, You know what I mean? I was doing music, as Biz know, anybody knows. So I was doing music, and it was going good. But you know, any day you can get pulled out the game, right? You can get shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the ones around me was dying. You know what I mean? And it was just. And one day I came home from college. You know what I mean? And I got pulled over by the boys, and they ransacked my car and all that stuff, and had me on the side of Rosecrans with no socks and nothing like that. And I got mad, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm about to do something different." And that's what I decided. I know I wasn't going to the Marines, and I know I wasn't going to the Army. I knew that for a fact. I'm like, I'm already in the Army. You know what I mean? That makes no sense. Like, well,
I mean, y'all got a lot of guts, man. Shit, for me, I wouldn't. I asked my grandfather, "Hey, I want to join the army. What you think?" I think at this time, Iraq was going crazy, and there was like a bunch of shit going on. And my great grandfather looked at me like, "Boy, you can't even tell me telling you to clean your damn room up. How the hell you gonna deal with a sergeant yelling in your damn face?" I was like, "Yeah, you right about that. I'll probably end up fighting the sergeant." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a whole culture shock, man. Like for real. Like when I woke up that first night and they came in there, I was like,
Let's get it.
and I was on the top bar. I jumped down and I was still asleep. It was like 3 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck I just get myself into? Like, oh shit. I was like, I'm in it. I gotta do it. So I mean, I gave it a whole 100%.
So I mean, we have this conversation, and I wanted to ask this, you know what I mean? Because I'm a little different when it comes to women being in the army or taking on like hard jobs like that, right? Because maybe this may be a little sexist of me thinking of this way, but I feel like men are built with more of a body bone density. You get what I mean? We can take hits. We can take, you know what I mean? Right. We're built for that, and not to negate anything from the other gender. You know, it's just more like, you know, you're a better cook than I am. That just you're right. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can go and do competitions, and men are like the rulers of cooking, whatever. But majority of the time, it's the woman that sets the tone of the household. You know what I mean? And to me, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think the man really does set that criteria in the household. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
that foundation, nigga. But
the foundation, yes, is him. But when it comes to the nature of the household, you know what I mean? If the woman is upset, the whole house is gone. You know what I mean? It's not a good house. You know what I mean? And so,
it really depends on the background. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's background is different. Like where we come from, what we do, what we see. Like we're all.
How do you feel about men who think of women in the army as like that's too much for her,
or that could be too much for her?
Well, I've thought about that when I did first go in. See, once we all come in, we all get the same training. We all get the same treatment. We all learn the same shit. We eat the same stuff. Go to bed at the same time. Wake up at the same time.
Okay, so I'm wrong for this right now. I'm wrong for cutting you off, but I need to ask you to reload the stream or the link, because it's like going in and out with like the vocals, and I want the people to be able to hear you clearly and not, you know what I mean? So just reload the page, and you know what I mean?
I'm about to refresh it right now.
Perfect. You'll be right back in, because I want people to hear it, and I don't want there's a lot of things that get sidetracked where people forget on what she said, misunderstood, and I don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? Even though we can hear her good, but if there's some, you know what I mean, some things going back and forth, I need the people to understand what's going on. So, but go ahead.
Is it better?
Better.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
All right, cool. So basically, like, I'm gonna reiterate what I just said.
Go ahead.
Like, we all started, you know, when we all come in, we all just one. The uniform is looking at it. We all a team, and we work together. We all get the same training. So there's like when we had to push up and sit up to PT test, I could out push a dude like I could do more push up than the next guy or sit ups than the next person. It's just really it's a mental thing on how you are as a person, really. You know what I'm saying? And I've had people who was over me like that, they played a power trip, that's all right. But as far as women and men, we all kind of treated each other equal as it came as a sexism thing. There's it just takes more females to step up to take those hard roles like those men, like Rangers, Air Assault, Airborne, Special Ops. It just takes them to step into those roles to prove that we can do the same thing that you guys can do. Yes, our bodies are physically different, but we all can do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And some of the women, they came a little bit harder than some of the guys did. I was like, whoa, all right, you got it. I don't want no smoke.
Right. And I don't think it's like honestly, I don't think it's the ability of who she is and what can she, you know what I mean? I don't think it's that. I think it's the nature of how it's built for men and how it's built for women, right? Like
Yeah,
there's no like okay, cool, you put a game to the test of men. There's no really emotional baggage there, right? There's no room for, to think about why because you're a survival. This is life on the lines type shit. So I
yeah,
really like I don't negate the fact that women can do it better in times, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Or you know what I mean? Even though the majority rules, but women do. There's an exception to that. I get that. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, I'm very hard when it comes to these things because there's just certain things I'm traditional. I'm very traditional in certain aspects of life. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Um, but you're right. You know what I mean? There are times where women do succeed and, you know what I mean, persevere than most men do. And I wanted to talk about like how you feel about the music industry as far as coming out of the military. And, I had this conversation with someone else about heterosexual women and lesbian women in the
right.
music industry. And first of all, before we get there, I wanted to, let's kind of get to where you were talking about, how did you get to this point in your sexuality and the music and all of those things? Was it like you just popped up in the studio, saw a hot chick in the studio, and was like, "Damn, girl, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that down." You know what I mean? What it was like, I would just start dressing like a stud, and we finna make this happen. You know what I mean? Like, give me the.
I've been,
What was that? What was that again? Notice. What was that again?
I've been like growing up. Like I said, I was raised in the church, right?
Right.
So it was like hella confusing for me between trying to figure out,
Hold on,
go to hell.
hold on. Not to cut you off, but we have a thing on the podcast where we have a thing on the podcast where we don't negate any comments. We let all the comments roll. So people comment.
That's
But
right. All
understand,
my peoples right here, man.
yeah. Understand that we will address the issue, right? You know what I
And
mean?
filter that bullshit
And
out if
filter
you
that
bullshit.
bullshit out
Sure.
if you bullshitting. So, Mr. Frank Banks, love the fact that you're watching the show. Love that, man. I love that. I appreciate you, your time in
Welcome to
here.
the tribe.
Um, he said Frank Banks says chauvinism is so outdated, but unfortunately still alive. So I get
Hmm.
that, right? I get it. Cool. Chauvinism, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's chauvinism. I just think as a man who have standards. I think chauvinism is more of a motherfucker who pushes his power around just because he is who he is. Whether he says it or not, he's just going to just prove it. He gonna shove your ass
Yeah,
out the way. So I don't think it
it's
has
just
anything. I think we all have the terminology of things misconcepted. You know what I mean? Like it's just real fucked off. So I get you. I get what you're saying, bro. But you know what I mean? Because I get that a lot on the show where, mostly women say I'm chauvinistic, not dudes. But you know what I mean? I understand.
Not
But I
alpha dudes
understand.
anyway. Not
Not
alpha dudes
alpha
anyway.
dudes, not alpha dudes. You know what I mean? I'll get the babies coming. I'll get. The, I mean, you know what I mean? But it's all with love, you know what I mean? It's all with love because we got to be able to have the conversation, but we got to be able to address the the uncomfortable situations. And hey, Frank
Yeah.
Banks, I feel you how I could sound sometimes. It could sound very like, very true. I get it, my guy. I just wanted to address that, as we speak. But
Before
I
you
didn't want
get
to
into the
cut you
music,
off. Yeah,
before
the
you get into
music.
music, how was it in the military as far as like pulling rank, like not even pulling rank, but ranking up? You know what I mean? How was that opposed to being with? I can imagine. That's why I asked the question. Opposed to
And
like
then,
a dude, like, did you find it harder?
Yes, definitely. Like I was in charge. I had my own supply room, so I was in charge by myself for like 3 years, and I had a first sergeant that it just seemed like he didn't like me, and certain people would say, "Oh, you walk around like you own the place, like your shit don't stink," and ooh, and making it hard for me on a daily to do certain things. So I had to really just suck it up and just push through, and I had to work hard to get my rank. I even lost rank when I was in Korea, and I had to work hard to get that back before I left for PTS up out of there to come back to the States. And people looked at me like, oh, because I walk around with my head up, I'm different. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna stand for your bullshit at the end of the day because we are still a people. And we all here to do the same thing, and we all here to complete the mission at the end of the day. And you're not gonna talk to me like you my daddy, like you my mommy, or any of that. We all grown adults, and we're gonna treat each other like we're grown at the end of the day. But to get that sergeant rank, he just came to me one day. He was like, you know what? Oh, I believe in you. I think you're ready. I'm like, wait, what? You gonna send me to the board? I'm like, oh yeah. I studied my ass off, dude. I went to board when we was in the field. I did so good. The sergeant major was like, we're sending you to the board for the whole post. Or we want you to represent the battalion. I'm like, wait, what? I went up against 30 people. I was the only female that won for my peoples. When I went out there, they put my picture on the wall. Like that was like a big ass. So I got my sergeant rank and I won the board for my battalion and I got put on the wall. That was like the
us.
biggest accomplishment for me.
So when you got done, you was swinging big dick around that motherfucker. Yeah. Motherfucker, I wish you would say some shit.
Hey, dog pound. That's right, nigga. We go all the way back to AIT right there. Big Bird. What's up, baby?
That's what's up. So I want to fast forward, like I want to go back to the sexuality part in the music industry and you discovering that whole aspect of things.
I've been gay for a long time.
Okay. Since you were a
uh,
baby?
middle school. I was bridging, but I came into grips with it when I was in high school because I knew, like, I used to date dudes too. I wasn't always like this. I would flip and flop and go back and forth and try to figure it the fuck out. But I felt more comfortable with being with the female, and I was never comfortable in girls' clothes. I hated it. Keep that
So
shit.
did you date dudes when you got older too, or was it just like, I'm done? Filter out that bullshit.
Yes, I did. Okay. Yes, I did. One of them is on here right now watching.
Nice, nice, nice. Gang,
Ain't no,
gang, gang.
ain't no shame in my game, honey. I ain't worried about nothing. You hear me?
That's
Because
right.
this
No,
is
that's
my
right.
story, and this is what I do. And I got married in 2013 when I went to training, came back. It was
Right,
don't ask, don't tell. It went away. They
right.
legalized same-sex marriage out here in
Okay,
California. Came
right.
back, got married, did that.
hmm
I'm about to be divorced. It's almost done. So I'm
I
on
just
to
met
a whole
another. I
different
met
chapter.
another. I just met another a lesbian neighbor who is getting divorced. I'm like, what? She was like, but she was like 60 though. She was, what I mean, she's been doing this thing for a while. She was telling me. And they like got a big ass house over here, and like, oh yeah, they living good. So I mean,
Yeah,
hey, money ain't hurting them. Yeah, I mean, they living good. Yeah, I mean, but
no,
yeah, go
it
ahead.
be like that. It be like that. You know, I stuck it out and I did my thing. I was with her for 11 years, married for 7, and unfortunately, things happen, and sometimes things they
Wow.
change. And you know, at some point, you just like I had an epiphany one day. You know what I'm saying? Like it just hit me, and I'm like, I'm doing certain things in my career now, and within myself, and it's things that I'm not okay with. I've grown dealing with PTSD, being in and out of the hospital, and anxiety, depression, and all that shit. I just really had to make the decision for myself and start thinking about me at some point so I could progress in my career because this shit
Right.
is serious. And it can be overbearing on some days. It can be very overwhelming. But I
What
continue to stick it out and
can
keep
you give
pushing.
me? Can you give me a little bit more in depth? Like, what is the overbearing part?
Sometimes it may seem like you're stagnant, like you're not going anywhere. It's not progressing. I could sit there and do music. And my studio's in my apartment. So now I'm doing music. I'm there by myself. I'm alone. So trying to figure out what to write about, what may fit. But then it's like, damn, well, I'm the only one investing. I'm the only one doing this. I'm the only one doing that. Trying to get picked up for certain stuff. I feel like I should be further than where I am, maybe. But I have to reel myself back in. Like, this takes time, it takes patience. I've been doing this since 2018. I got back into it. And everything is different now. It's not what it used to be. So, me just staying stagnant in who I am, believing in myself is like the main thing. And I get down with my own disabilities and shit.
Though that kind of comes out of you to that makes you you're not sorry. You're supposed to be successful. Like they brainwash you to be like, yo, like if you're not doing something, then you're failing. Like if you know what I'm saying. Like if you're standing
Yeah.
the same point, then you're not being successful.
All
Isn't it? Don't you hate that feeling? Like you're like, yo, and you look around and you be like, yo, like I have done so much with my life. You forget how successful that you really are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh man, you got to take a step back. And that's why you reel yourself back in. I can do this. Like, you know what I mean? And
I've had
it's
to think
crazy.
about how far I've came. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, I play sports and I've done a lot of things. And shout out to my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I would win a game or if I thought I did good, my dad was like, "Oh, you still played like shit. You could do better." Like,
Right,
my mom would be like, "You know what? I'm proud of you. You did good. Oh my God. But
right.
when I fuck up in life, that's when she gets in my ass. She always
Yeah,
supports everything that I do and everything that's going on. Pops, you ain't getting no good job. You ain't getting no pat on the back. You ain't getting no high five. God damn it. No,
that's because they got to be
you can
hard
do
asses.
better.
Pops was in the military, huh?
Yeah, 24 plus years. He got out Sergeant Major. God
Right.
damn it.
That,
Shout out to my damn daddy. Son
hey,
was
shout
done.
out, big ups, big ups.
And then
That's
my
crazy.
mom is still in here because I see she got a comment. Mom, I love you. You are my number one fucking fan.
Which
You
one is your
always
mom?
will be. Oh, it say Brooke Thomas. My baby is dope.
Oh, yeah. It's big
Yeah,
time.
that's
Facts.
that's mom's, man. And I see all my people's coming tapping in. Like, man, I appreciate all the support, bro. I swear.
And
Cause
and yes, people, if you are aware of this content, if you're aware of the Gasmask Tribe TV podcast, we run these podcasts every other day at 9 p.m. But every other day, every episode is a different subject. And this is our special excuse me, this is our special guest Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays we always have a special guest, and tea time. We had the honors to have tea time here and for her to unveil her story. So people, please like and subscribe to this. Also share to others. Please share, like this video, people. Um,
that's right.
so and I wanted to keep going a little bit. I'll let you take it, L.
Uh, it threw me all the way the fuck off.
I'm sorry, I have people talking. My bad. I got people talking in the background at the studio, man.
It's good.
I wanted to go ahead and kind of move with the managers. Like, we expounding so much on just how hard it. We expounding so much on how hard it is. to move, and how you feel like you're by yourself, and how things aren't moving like they should be. You should be further than where you are. And a lot of those times we need people who are in great positions to help us out, like managers, but not just a manager, good managers. I was with talking to a great person, Grammy Award winner. His peoples was telling me, like, the main job for a fucking manager is to make sure that his artist is moving every fucking day forward. That's his main job, is to make his artist or her artist big every single day. However they got to do it, they need to push their brand forward. And with managers, would you say, in your course of doing music, would you say you ran across good managers? Be real.
I've run across both, good and bad.
Okay.
The bad, I don't want to name drop, but I don't give a fuck. I call him Tone the Scamager.
Scamager.
Nigga got
Wow.
me.
Wow. Let's stop right there. We're going to pause because we're going to keep going, but I got to, okay, let me note that. Scamager, because I want to go back to that. But go ahead. Go ahead. I got to.
A good manager, which I have a project manager right now. I got linked up with him from coming from the bad one.
Okay.
Which is my guy Jay Adams. So I haven't really been like out there looking for a manager or trying to like get into all that, because I was doing everything myself. I was my own manager and all that when I started. I was doing everything by myself for a year. Second year, got tied up with that Tone the Scamager guy. Came back off that damn tour, then boom.
Are you talking about Reptile? Oh my nigga! Oh, that motherfucker! Oh, that motherfucker there,
bro. I'm talking about, bro.
I don't. Are we talking about the same people? Same person?
From Vegas, right?
Is his name Reptile? Okay, let me not. That's too many. Maybe that's too much info.
I'm gonna just sip on that.
Hey, niggas good airing out tonight. I tell you what.
I'm gonna keep it straight G. I tried to steer my people away from the bullshit. You know what I'm saying, man?
And you know what's crazy, T? That a lot of motherfuckers don't even do that. I be seeing motherfuckers doing interviews and they be talking about situations and shit. And I'm like, well, tell us who the motherfucker is so we ain't gotta fucking run up against that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna fucking tell you, bro. I ain't scared of nothing. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm a realist. I'm gonna be honest. I don't lie. I just try to keep everything straight G. Bro.
You know, you're right. You're right.
Especially being a woman. Especially being a woman.
Right.
You
Right.
There's a card in this industry and in a lot of industries, there's cards stacked up against you, but the equality is starting to pave out. But you know what I mean, being a black woman just
so. And I don't want to go too long, but the scamager, right? Scamagers. Okay, because I want to take that into a whole different thing. Hey, I'm finna show y'all something. Hey, to the cats out there who's looking for managers, who's looking for somebody to run their stuff. I mean, I don't know. You probably thinking about coming up with a t-shirt business or whatever, but you need a manager. You need someone to keep this thing rolling while you doing the hard stuff, while you in the kitchen, right? Check this out. Unless you have something that's worth managing, you don't need no manager. Get your closest people that you trust, because management is such a huge like trust ability type of job, like where they have to be working more than you in a way. Like the manager gotta want it more than you. And if you don't have a manager that wants it more than you, my guy, my sis, it ain't gonna
be laid down
work out.
Identify a good manager versus a bad one, even if they want it more than you.
If they don't align with your fucking values and goals. If this motherfucker always got some combative shit to say, oh, you know what? I think that's cool, but I don't think they won't whoop. And it's like, well, nigga, how many Grammys you put up, with an artist? What's your last artist fucking big deal?
Track record.
Yeah.
Track record.
The fuck,
man. I
You know
tell
what I
you
mean?
what, it's a bunch of people out here, even with janky promoters. I've run into a shit ton of those doing these shows, paying money for shit and not getting no results just to make them look good.
Right.
That's some bullshit. I'm the talent. If it wasn't for the talent coming, you wouldn't even have a fucking show. Nobody
Come
would
on,
come.
man. Preach. Preach.
We are the fucking
Preach.
talent. Like, you need people to make your shit look good. So you need to help produce what we got going on. Like, it's just too much shit. That's why you got to put your money in the right places. Like, if you're your own investor, I'm my own investor. I look for sponsors, investors, and shit every day. I've been doing that shit for the past 2 years, bro. But guess what? I got to keep believing in myself and putting my own money behind me, because if I don't believe in myself and don't believe I can do it, nobody else will. I have to keep
You know
on.
what's you know what's crazy? Because you're speaking facts here. You know what's crazy is that I was talking to my PR, and he was telling me, he was like, "Yo, honestly, Biz, what you're doing, the label just came to me the other day. They just signed 2 artists, and they came to me doing the same thing that you're doing, Biz. It's just that cool. Yeah, you have more credibility. Yeah, you have, I mean, it's very fortunate that you've been in the industry for this long. You know what I mean? But they're doing the same exact thing, nigga. Like when you go and put up 10 bands for some shit, they putting up 15 or 20. It's
Yeah,
just like, you know what I mean? It's just now it's who got the biggest dick type of shit. Like who got the, you know what I mean? Big bank take little bank type of shit. That's what you
it's a
really,
numbers
really,
game.
it's a numbers game.
It's
You know what I
it's a whole numbers thing, man. Like, I can have all the talent in the world, man. Act, music, model, and my whole rest of the list of repertoire shit. But if the next person come behind me that's not as talented as I am, but they got this big wad of fucking money, they're gonna pick that person over me, because they're putting up more than I am. And that's where it gets fucked up, and that's what be in my head sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That be fucking me up. If I
You know
had
what?
more, I drop more.
You know what, Tea Time? I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna be able to be like, I have this thing where I call like change the mindset. Right? We have this thing called Mindset Mondays. Notice actually came up with it, and Mindset Mondays is where I literally show cats how to manipulate the industry in their way, in their favor, to be able to get what they want. Now, a lot of niggas may say, "Ah, manipulation is bad." No, 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 motherfucker. Any information of knowing anything, your intentions can make it bad. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So like
yeah.
it doesn't matter what the fuck it's just your intentions. If you have malicious ass intentions, well fuck what it is, bro. It's gonna come out foul as fuck. If you have
Hmm.
great intentions, it's gonna come out great as fuck. So those are the
Hmm.
things that I say, like I can show, like I literally show people how to get 10,000 consumers to pay $100 for their product. That's $1 million income. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Change your big ass life. So now, people, if you're listening, that's literally how you do it. It's very simple math, but a lot of us don't sit back and like have the time to actually jot these numbers out, right? It take a person like myself
yeah,
to like chop it up with tea time in the back office when nobody's, what I mean, looking, and we're having conversation. And I'm telling tea time like, yo, how to maneuver this, and yo, we should be able to do this. Yo, I need this. Oh, you do sound engineer? I need that. Like, whoop, whoop, whoop. And we make it time to like make that happen. Of course, me, a person like me, I have too much. I have a lot of shit on my hands. I get it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But we need people in positions to set things up like that. So what I end up
yeah,
doing, I hired an operations manager. You know what I mean? I hired a motherfucking assistant to work with the operations manager. You know what I mean? Two
yeah,
people from two different places, but they have great work ethic, and they believe, and they really truly believe in the actual vision. And that's what you
yeah.
need. This pastor, look,
Say
this
it
pastor,
again,
I'm,
Biz. Say it again, Biz. Work,
huh?
what?
What happened?
Great what? Great work what?
Great work ethic.
Facts, sir.
And a lot of people, hey,
That's
hey, I
right.
bet money this. Check this out. Check this out. Hey, I tell motherfuckers like this. I don't give a fuck how far you are ahead of me. But there's only two things gonna happen. You go die and fall off the treadmill, or you go get tired. I'm never
One of the two.
I'm
It's
never
gonna be one
getting
of the
off.
two, bro.
I'm never getting
Never.
off.
Hell no. No.
It's either what gonna happen. You go slip and
Doing this
fall,
shit to the day I die, bro.
or you go, you know what I mean, pass out. Either way,
Yeah,
I'm
and
not.
that's I'm telling you,
I learned
that
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 I
fucking tour I
literally
came off of with those people.
right. I learned that from people like listen, like Will Smith, other different people who are scholars, other different people who are living different aspects of life, so different lifestyles that I like that lifestyle. Let me take a piece of that. Let me see what they, you know what I mean? And I think that's how the world grows, right? We kind of take a little bit from everybody and kind of build this whole thing, you know what I mean, of ourselves, and bring that to our culture. So now our culture does a little bit better than the next, and I mean those
Yeah,
aspects. I wanted to get into, like, even speaking on culture, woman empowerment and feminism. You know what I mean? Do you
Well, do you
find
want to start with the feminism or the woman empowerment? Which one?
okay? So are they two different things?
They kind of go hand in hand, but they're two
Okay.
separate things. But they do go hand in hand, though.
Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'll be on point.
I love that one. I love that one. And the what? That's those two are my what? Those are two of my favorite. So
Shut
you know
up.
what I mean. Let's start there. Let's start with the feminism being compared to women empowerment.
Oh, please.
Feminism. I'm gonna give like my definition on what I,
Absolutely.
what I know and what I feel. But it's just like the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes. Fem- Um, so the theory of like political, economic, and the social equality of the sexes, men and women. Um, so just basically the belief of men and women should have equal rights and opportunities, and just just feminism is just the equal of both. And so when it comes to women empowerment in itself, which is separate from feminism, because feminism is this the equality between men and women. There's no
Right.
separation. We're just
Right.
both fighting for us being just compared. Two is one. We're just man and women, and just
Right.
women empowerment. Women empowerment is just really used to encourage and inspire to celebrate women. And
Woman empowerment.
women women
So
empowerment is
did so
used to
so did International Day just pass? Was it like woman in
yeah.
something like that, like
Not
woman in
I have no idea.
it was
yeah.
not
And
yesterday, but the day before. It just passed, bro. But I just had this conversation because I'm like, women empowerment day is one day, but it's women empowerment every fucking day. Because there's no man empowerment day.
it's like Christmas. It's Christmas every fucking day. My kids see Christmas every fucking day. The fuck? You know what I mean?
So
I'm
they
so
just
done with
choose a day to
Christmas.
celebrate women on how far we come. The stride of women and girls, the stride that we've taken in the terms of gender and equality, like in a financial state, independence, confidence,
Right. Right.
us being able to pick our own religion, have our own language, choose what we can work, participate in education, society, economy, and political shit. Like back in the days, we couldn't be able to do all that shit. But
I was just about to say that. Isn't back in the days over with though? Having
yes,
women have had opportunity,
That's what it is. International Women's Day. That's right.
sports,
Thanks, Mr. Banks.
teachers,
my God.
military, running the household. You know what I mean? How much more empowerment do you need?
And see, that's just the simple, like, being in the home. Traditionally, my guy Biz, being in the home, taking care of the house and the kids, making sure it's clean, got this, that, and the third, and the man go off and do what they got to do and be the breadwinner and make sure they can handle everything financially. But it comes a point where that can be overbearing on a man too. Yes, a woman can take care of home and do this and that and the third. We're bred different. We can carry kids for 9 months, but a man can't carry no children. That's the difference in the strength that we have. You guys can go work, but you guys need help as well financially to go out there and make a way. And you guys take care of kids too. You just don't carry them. It takes two people to bring a child into this world. A man can clean, a man can cook, depends on who you come across. Some people can't cook, some people can't clean, but it's all gears back to the background of how they was raised. If you was raised in a house where the man did everything and the mom always stayed home, a boy growing up, that's what he see. So when he find a woman, oh, I work, I do this, I do this, I do that. You should be here and you should be doing X, Y, Z because I saw my mom do
Okay,
it, and this is what I
you
saw
know
my
what's
dad.
crazy? And before I forget my thought, you know what's crazy? That you're right. What you're raised to see, right? Now, because I'm about to say this, a lot of men might find this offensive. Uh, if you're raised around more feminine shit, most likely when you get older, you're gonna deal with life in a feminine way.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
Except for some niggas like me. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
no,
It's
no. Check. I'm talking about nah. See, I'm talking about no. See, the people get it straight. What I'm talking about is guys who've grown up with literally no male figures. Even the male figures that came around wasn't really involved with them. They was like, "What's up, little nigga?" And they went off and did their own thing, right? So the men never really see how men conduct life or deal with situations or deal with issues. There are certain things that men just shouldn't get mad about. That's okay for women, women to get mad about. Like I expect my wife to get mad about certain things. She don't expect me to get mad about certain things because I don't operate in the same, you know what I mean, in the mental, right? You know what I mean? She may, hey, look, she'll get mad that they brought her the wrong food on her plate. You know what I mean? Oh my God, what you doing? Right?
I'm like, nah, hey, relax.
Hey.
I get mad because I paid for this and I want what I asked for. Don't bring me nothing else because this is what you wanted to bring.
You don't fuck with
that
people
shit
that
right.
fuck with your food. You don't fuck with people that fuck with your food.
Then we gotta eat. You gonna do this shit right? Oh no, you cool with it? No. Can you bring my baby another plate, please? And fix it right now.
That's why you get spit and pubes.
But I mean, and I don't. I mean, we're gonna get to the comments because we got comments coming in, and we're gonna take a moment to read the comments before we head out of here. But I'm really not. I don't want it to sound like it's men versus woman type of a deal, but it's just like, you know what I mean, it's kind of like just nature where, you know what I mean, if I'm around a bunch of, like, look at what was the fucking shit, what, Jungle Book, what was this little boy, he was raised around animals and shit.
Yeah, and he wanted to be, and he had traits of all the animals.
Right. So he dealt with life in the animalistic form, you know what I mean? And those are the things that I'm saying, like, men pick up what they like, oh, this is how we should live with life, right? You know what I mean? Women grow faster. You guys, I mean, as far as, you know, intelligence and body and all of those things. So you guys consume the world a little bit faster than we do. We actually have to go get knocked up beside some shit, roll around, get involved to some crazy shit, get in crazy faster than men. Right. You know what I mean? But when I say women have a higher value, like women are born with more value than men. Right, men have to actually like grow. I gotta go out and get a job, hustle. It don't matter how cute I am. If I ain't got no money, you know what I mean.
That's why men's battling, go fight the lion, this and that.
Right, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm, and I don't want to take anything from from the woman diaspora, but we have to, like, you know what I mean, I'm looking at it kind of, you know, equilibrium scale when we're looking at woman empowerment and feminism. I looked at feminism as equality for women, right? So I'm like, well, shit, I'm a feminist because I think women should have equality, right? Only problem is when that equality is literally equality. Hey, you gotta do the same shit I do. You gotta pick up the same ton I pick up. You gotta pick up the same 2x4 I pick up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what things, you know, like when they say, oh, it's patriarchy. Well, no, that's just how it's. I mean, for men, I gotta battle for that same position just like you. Right? So feminism is like, we're fighting for equality. Cool, we give you equality, right? So Black women literally has just seen a huge funding in Black women entrepreneurship. Huge funding. You know what I mean? Huge funding. And when I see that, I'm like, okay, cool. The people really, you know what I mean? The system is really benefiting the women. They're giving them true equality. You know what I mean? They're able to get higher jobs. I think, black women are like the highest rate, you know what I mean? They have the highest intelligence. They're going to like some of the greatest HBCUs. You know what I mean? Like black women are soaring when it comes to equality, woman equality, right?
Right.
Because it takes for people to be brave and to be able to step up into that power to just embrace who they are and show that. And that's why, like, I'm comfortable doing my music and being who I am and what I look like. I go out, I ain't got no shirt on. I got a jacket on with no t-shirt. I got a shirt on, nightgown. I put the titties away.
I was about to say, you better have a shirt on.
See, like, you have to be comfortable in the skin that you're in and embrace who you are. And whatever your talent is and what you do that shit with no regret. It don't matter what nobody gonna say and how the fuck they look at you. People look at me crazy every time I go to the female bathroom. Oh, you in the wrong bathroom. I said, no, I'm not. I got titties like you. And I walk right past them. Like, or sometimes I just ignore them and I keep walking. I don't care. They be like, yes, sir. How you doing, sir? I'd be like, excuse me, I'm a male. Let me put my mask down. I'm a male. And I just keep, it's just the clothes.
You really get confused for a dude?
Oh, man, every day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, notice. You know how stupid and dumb people be. They would clearly see, like, oh yes, like I know it's a woman there, right? So, like
things that you look
know
for,
what I mean?
right?
But they're being stupid and like, you know
Yes.
what I mean? They're just being stupid and obnoxious and what's the word I'm really looking for? It's like degrading and ignorant. They're just being fucking ignorant.
It's so much stuff going on with the transgender and everything like that going on, like, and a lot of people changing their sexuality, so they just gonna go off of what the clothes you got on. It don't matter what you look like, it's about what you wearing. But if you see a boy with girl clothes on, you still gonna call him a sir. You're not gonna call him a man. That's the difference. They see a female in male clothing and be like, sir. You know what I'm saying? And he's not even changing his sex. He just got on girl clothes. But you gonna still call him a sir at the end of the day.
So I look and the reason why I don't want to, because usually I like to keep it on, like I'm very like, now I've been doing the podcast thing for like, a few years now, so I've gotten really good at sticking to the topic in a way, right? Because I can riv you off, right? Because I can take this conversation a whole nother place, but right. But when I'm looking at woman empowerment and I'm sitting here and I want to empower black women to be more, right? I want to empower them to be like, stick to us, like we actually care about y'all. You know what I mean? We're not like, we don't hate you. You know what I mean? They tend to see when a black man date outside of his race, they like, oh, you must hate black women or you must hate your own kind or whatever. And it has nothing to do about that. Like nothing to do with that. Like we actually love you. So when we say that, it's like, oh no, you don't. You're just trying to go get Becky so you can just live good and not have to deal with it. No, I really find that when that majority, the narrative have gotten out there that most black women, or quote unquote, I ain't gonna say most, let's just say the majority spectrum of them, they rather get a bag, get a Birkin and all of this, and he has to be working, he has to be making 6 times more than her. And then I'm like, well, is that true woman empowerment? Because woman empowerment will have some accountability in there, right?
Yeah.
In a way to like, girl, I think you kind of putting your standards way too high. Like, you know what I mean?
There are some people that does have high standards, like, well, if this man ain't making this much XYZ, I don't want him because he ain't shit. Like, but they haven't figured out what it is that they need to do as a person to make their own way and figure out if you a boss and she a boss and you put that shit together.
But
y'all both finna fucking change the nation.
But tea time, is that true woman empowerment to have that mind state of like, is that true woman empowerment to like say like, no, he gotta have this, he gotta have that, and if he ain't got that and this, then I ain't really fucking with him. You know what I mean?
No, that's not women empowerment. That's some gold digger shit.
I was just about to say, is that realistic?
It's realistic from maybe where they come from. But right. I feel like we all should make our own.
Where they want to go in life and what they want.
They're trying to be dependent on the next person to give them what it is that they want. You don't need it, you just want it, and that's how you expect it to be. but you have to have your own expectations. Yeah, you have to have your own expectations of yourself at the end of the day. You cannot depend on the next person. We was born in this world by ourselves. Our mothers brought us in, but at the end of the day, we'll die alone too. And you can't
Filter
take that
out
shit
that
with you.
BS. Keep going. Filter out that BS.
You say
You
we ain't born alone.
you can't.
Die alone.
We look. Bob always said, "I brought you in this world. I take you out." So the mamas brought you here, okay? But when we pass away, we don't pass away with a bunch of people. You pass away by yourself. And everything that we do, everything we make, you're not going to take that with you. And while you're here on earth, you have to live out your serve purpose, whatever that life purpose is for you. And you have to figure it out. You can't depend on the next person. Get your own shit. That's what I believe in. I come from, I ain't going to put too much on the business out there with my last marriage, but I'm saying though, if you believe in something, that's what you want to do, you fucking do it. Don't feel like, oh, I'm doing more than you, or you're not doing enough, or I'm putting this before this or this before that. I'm doing what I need to do to make myself successful in what I'm doing. I'm going to support you in what it is that you want to do. I'm never going to hold you back. Don't hold me back. But in the same token, we have to come together if this is what the fuck we're going to do. And we're going to prosper and keep moving at the end of the day. Don't let nothing stop you or nobody. If you with somebody and they trying to hold you back and they feel like you should be sitting here and doing X, Y, Z, fuck that. Let that shit go and move on. You muted, Biz.
You speak of something greatly because I always say accountability is a must, right? Like men have no problem of holding each other accountable. We'll tell a nigga straight up, hey bro, nigga, nah, that ain't tight. Or bro, nah, I wouldn't have got this. Like niggas will kind of have a conversation where we'll say, yo, you did that? Well, you know, I went over here and did this and blah, 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 with the woo as a way of telling them like, you should do this, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's kind of like a weird accountability thing. You know what I mean? Like you're not sharp or you should be up on your shit a little bit more. And men do that all the time with each other. Like it's a thing that we just have talking to each other. And it's literally a way of us holding each other accountable. Every time a nigga hears some shit, he'd be like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to go look into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, whoever it is, whatever they're into. You know what I mean? It could be a hood nigga who's like, you know, who say the same thing. It could be a rich. It doesn't matter what area of life. You know what I mean? It just, men are like that, right?
Yeah.
We have like this self-accountability thing where we'll hold it, you know what I mean? Women, I don't see that in woman empowerment, right? We talk about the black manosphere, they talk about the Negro manosphere, like, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. But black men do hold each other accountable. Like, nigga, you got to get out there, get your weight up. You got to get out to not wait like drugs, nigga. Out y'all, y'all already thinking crazy. No, get your money up. Get your, you know what I mean, get your success right. Have your goals set up. You cannot be out here trying to marry no chick and put a chick on if your bag ain't right, if you ain't got solid, right? Because then when she comes in, she looks at you as small, you know what I mean? After a while, it's going to turn that way. You know what I mean? She's not going to have the respect for you.
They're going to catch on to it. Just like I feel like a woman should carry her own weight, just as a man. I feel like it's wrong for a man to sit back on his ass and let the women do everything. You got some guys out there that just want to just sit around, maybe want to smoke weed, play video games, or go run the streets, or whatever the case may be. No, fuck that. If there's a dude like that, you need to reevaluate your life and yourself and figure it the fuck out and fix it. Because it's the same for women. If you're just sitting back on your ass and you're not doing nothing, yeah, you take care of home, but you still need to get out there and get your own too. Nobody should be sitting back doing nothing. Everybody should be out here doing something, making the way.
I always say this: if a chick is with a dude and she wants something in life and she has this whole shit like, oh, niggas ain't shit, but you with a nigga who play video games all day, don't blame us, motherfucker. Like, nigga, that's your ass. Nigga, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's true woman empowerment. I'm empowering you to see the fucking realization of life. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, don't check him. Don't, I'm gonna turn this game off because I want to go. Hey, he needs to show me some attention. All you're saying is you can't get nobody better. You know what I mean? That's all you like. Stop that shit. Get your shit straight. Go and find out what type of man you want and go see if that man wants you. You know what a lot of things is? Like a lot of times they don't know what men want, right?
Yeah.
So if we know what women want, It's in
At the same,
movies.
okay.
It's in everything. Advertisement. We know what y'all
See,
want.
that's the bullshit. That's the bullshit. Everybody, no, I'm not fucking with you, man. You don't want to
Oh,
let a
for
movie
real.
tell you everything. Communication is key, and there's a lot of narcissistic behavior going on between both sexes. It's the narcissistic behavior, and then thinking that they can see what they need to find either on social media, on TV, and movies. Guess what? The movies and the TV shows that's written by people who's those are like real scenarios, but they're written to seem like it's fake unless they say based on a true story.
Tea time. Who's really realistic? I mean, who's really narcissistic here? Tea time, right? I'm finna paint a picture. The one who
Okay.
grew up knowing that, the one who grew up knowing that life should be given to them in such a beautiful way, or the other one that grows up that's like, yeah, I gotta really get out here and work. Who's the one that's really narcissistic here?
The first one you see. See.
Okay, now who grows up, boy, man, or notice know what I'm doing. Notice like he's walking you in the. Don't do
Come
it.
on, come on.
Okay, but who literally comes? Who's growing up with that lifestyle of knowing that it should be just presented to me, right? Who grows up knowing that I should just have this, right?
Oh,
Now
a
we're looking
woman.
at we're not a woman, right?
I was
So
just keeping it shit. Yeah, a woman.
yeah,
God damn it. I know
so if
plenty.
hey, shit, hey, facts. But you get what I mean, though, And I don't like to make it like seem that way so harsh because it kind of felt like I'm being insensitive. Or right now, I'm not saying the real words or whatever that women want to hear, blah blah blah. But I mean, T, like you like a nigga to me, so you already know how we talk. You know what I mean? You already know.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it straight G. I'm gonna come from both ends of the whole. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come from both ends of that shit. Like I've
Right.
experienced
So
both. Shut up, Yale, before I kick your ass, boy. You get on my nerves. That's
you
my
know,
nigga. We go way back.
and because I like for us to, and that's why we have this show, Gasmask Tribe TV podcast, where we filter out that bull. And it's because like we have to be able to filter out life's BS, right? And yes, it's pertaining to the music and the entertainment, but I talk about this in my music. Y'all can go
Yeah,
check out the albums on Spotify to check them all out. And I literally talk about everything I'm talking about. A lot of it's personal though. You know what I mean?
yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
it's like
I just made
literally
a
personal.
song. I just made a song, and I use all of my music is like real life scenarios. It's a little story or whatever the case may be. But I just made a song geared, towards like my ex-wife, like I always knew you wasn't gay type shit.
Shout outs
Like,
to Banks.
oh, he on it. So
He said,
within the music, I try to preach that shit, you know what I'm saying, in the music by itself. And that song, I can't wait till I'm able to, drop some more stuff because I've been working on so many different like freaking projects. But that one song, that story is so real. Like being gay, that's what I call it, lesbian, whatever the fuck everybody want to say. I just say I'm gay because we all under the
right,
same umbrella.
right,
Like
exactly. And
when you
that,
fuck
and I,
somebody, they gotta
yeah,
know.
go ahead.
Like, is you really what? Is you really gay? Is you really for me? Is you really with this shit, or is you not? Because you can't be straddling the fence. Because guess what? I ain't got no dick. Okay, filter out the bullshit. I don't have that. I come with what I got, and this is what you gonna get. Okay, and if this ain't what you want, and you can deal with for the rest of your life, then just leave me the fuck alone at the end of the day. Cause I ain't changing, and that's the fucking fact, nigga.
And people, I would like to thank you guys for tuning in. I got one more question before we head out of here. I definitely want to press this issue: music production, songwriting, and the years of experience. But we touched on the realization of it, right? So I'm gonna give you
Mhm.
guys a little bit of my little piece of background. So I ended up starting touring at the age of 16, but I was in the business. I actually performing professionally at the age of 12, and then being a drummer and touring around the whole country, and it was great, awesome, awesome. right? But I learned production. I learned to work with different companies. I learned to work with different production crews, film companies, all this great old deals. And would you know the realization? You said it earlier that it's me. I went into a deep depression. I
Yeah.
went into a suicidal depression. I went into it was very hard. Like I wasn't even like I was non-responsive to like my kids and shit, non-responsive to my wife. Like it was bad, T. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
because I feel
I've
like
been
I had this I work with like some of the biggest Grammy Award winning acts and I've toured abroad and it was just the realization of like at the end of the day, it's like it's you because everybody go wear about their own fucking shoes. You know what I mean? And before I let you go in, I was and you would notice and this is my last piece. I was working a job over at Bel Air Express in by LAX, and at this job, I'm working with a brother, us, right? The guy that owned the job is Jewish, and the people that manages the job is Latino, and we're on the bottom, right? I'm got warehousing job. He got the warehousing job. And long story short, he snitched on me. Not snitch because if you snitched on you, then it implies that you did something wrong. So he didn't
yeah.
snitch. He didn't cover like he was supposed to, right? And it didn't. I know. He's like, oh no, that was Biz. That was he did it. So anyway, long story short, I had to understand that people go care about their own shoes and feed their own family at the end of the day.
Yes, I've been there. That's how I lost my rank.
and
Talented.
which uh, and which is hard and it's foul to say that because we should be able to be bigger than that and know that it's a community that runs this. It's not us.
Yeah.
It's a community that runs this shit. Like where the
Yeah.
fuck my kids go live and we ain't all on one accord? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like how does that fucking make sense? It doesn't make sense, people. But anyway, you know what I mean? Just the realization of everything. I had to come to terms that I need to build great relationships with great people. You know what I mean? People that
Yeah.
I know that will show up to my fucking funeral. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have that type of camaraderie around you. And if you don't,
Yeah.
if you can't see that motherfucker like showing some type of faith when you gone or get the
Yeah.
fuck out the room, my guy. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Tea Time.
Yeah, fuck right. Go home,
Shut
go army, go
up,
home.
Leon. Damn.
Hey, look, we'll carry you where you need to go. That's fine.
I
We
say
got you.
that's right.
We
Look,
got you.
I say oh.
You need a ride?
I
You need a
say
ride?
oh.
We got you. We got you. You need a fucking ride? You wanna go to Japan? You wanna go fuck some shit up? We got you.
This
Don't
is
worry about
good. This is good.
it. I ain't got the whip. We do.
Look, I tell you what. If they say they need some volunteers to go fight between this Ukraine and Russia shit,
Hey, guess what?
I go. I'm going.
No, you bet not. You better not fucking go.
I swear.
Let the white
Let them
people
put
figure
that
that
shit
shit
out.
out for themselves.
I'm going. I'm going to put my battle rattle back
Let
the
the
fuck on, and
Europeans figure that shit out for
Hey,
themselves.
hey, what did
I'm
Whoopi say? Hey, what did Whoopi say? It's just white people against white people.
You ride too.
It
You
is.
ride too.
Whites
Hey
against the
man,
what?
hey man, you better let them niggas fight their fight.
Hey, look, I ain't seen not one black motherfucker on TV talk about come get these motherfuckers, come get Russia. Look,
Tea
I had
time.
one black person on TV talk about come get Russia.
Man.
Not one. Not
Hey,
one.
tea time. Did you see where they was pushing back the Africans and shit? And then they telling the Africans, in order to get free, we want you to fight with us. What the
Yeah.
fuck? You
That's
monkey face bitch mother.
That let you know what they think about us.
You know what I mean? That's fucking crazy, bro.
I'm gonna make
It's
it
just
back.
fucking crazy. Yo,
But
I would like to thank
piggybacking
you.
on what you said, bro, that shit was crazy. We just got so off topic, fucking with
Go
Yale ass.
ahead,
He
go
got on
ahead, go ahead.
my nerves. What you said is hella valuable about when it come down to that depression shit and all that, man. I've been there. I tried to take my life like 4 times. I'm still here by the grace of God.
Mm,
And like music is what kept me alive to continue to keep doing what it is that I'm doing and still be here. And that's why I preach everything through my music, man. And I'm gonna continue to keep striving and keep doing what the fuck I do because I feel like I'm not from this earth. Like we all human, yeah. But
Stop!
I feel like
Stop!
I
Stop!
feel like I'm not from here, bro. My life path number 9 is on my neck with the third eye in the middle. These are my
Oh my!
crystals, and I
Oh,
have a bag
I'm
full.
telling you, we must have grew up in the same on the same planet or some shit. Like
Because I'm not from here,
I
bro.
feel the
I'm
same
just here
place. I
doing
feel the
work.
same way. I feel the same way. That's crazy. That's
I'm not from
crazy.
here. I'm
I
different.
just met my alien sister, man. Hey, what's good,
Nigga, my new shorty, she say, bro, are you an alien? She always
I
asks me,
know.
you look like an alien. Yeah, you're a fucking alien, bro. Like,
You see,
yeah.
yes,
I
I
get it.
am a Martian. I am a Martian.
I get
Yeah,
it too.
yeah.
Hey, I feel you. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Cause I get that shit too, man. Like that shit is very true. You can operate so uniquely, like unique, where people just like you cannot be from here. Like I feel like I've been here before. I just but I remember the past vaguely. Like I can,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But I have the deja vu's that just pop up. You know what I mean?
Like I
And
said, bro,
deja.
life path, number 9. This is my 9th time here on earth. You tap into that by meditating, praying, reading the
Mine's
cards.
is 8. Mine's is 8.
This is your
That's my.
answer. So you know what the fuck is up, bro.
Mine's number 8. My favorite
So
number. I ain't never left it. I was born on 18. Motherfucker. I'm
you know
serious.
your life purpose.
You know what's so crazy that I feel my job. This may be a little bit crazy to say, but I feel like my job is to help people understand their life purpose, or show them a route, or guide them to some place to be able to maneuver and find themselves in a place like, you know what, I like this. You know what, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. But it
Yeah.
brings them so much. Would you know that when people live happy, they live longer? And
Yeah.
that's fucking facts. Why you see millionaires? Do niggas be living good lives and shit on boats and shit, living
Niggas
great?
is stressed. Don't get it twisted. Them niggas is stressed. Them niggas. That's why they
Oh,
be.
no. Hey, no. They ain't stressed like a
Kids that
motherfucker.
live their lives, not the old
Nigga,
motherfuckers. Not
nigga.
the niggas that
Hey,
got it out that had to work.
trust me, a millionaire is not going through the stress level like a motherfucking hundredaire, a 9-to-5er. It's total
They
different
ain't tapped
stress
into
level.
shit. They done did some other shit
A
to get all this
millionaire.
extra money,
We
and
had
they
that
done fucked
conversation
up
other
somewhere.
times. I feel
Hey,
like it's when you become responsible for more. Hell yeah.
I'm trying to
bro,
get there.
bro, you just have.
Because we learned the stress early on. They didn't learn the stress. They got to success. It was like, oh, what's the stress? I thought it was supposed to be good. Like we stress.
Okay, my bad. Hey, all right, tea time. All right, tea time. Now you just saw us. Okay, now you about to see Biz and Notice go at it.
We stress.
Hold on. Fuck that.
What are you talking about?
Niggas say, no,
Bring
them
it.
niggas is not.
I
Them
want to hear that
niggas
shit.
is not going through that Notice. A lot of millionaires
You're
got
right.
it out the mud.
They not going.
Right?
No, they fucking did.
Bro, are you serious? There's 17 new millionaires popping up every fucking day. Right?
Okay, we're
A
talking
lot
about
of these motherfuckers got it out the mud, my guy.
we're talking
Right?
about the new generation or the
Yes,
motherfuckers who are old
yes,
motherfuckers
bitch,
who actually running
yes.
shit.
Huh?
The motherfuckers who actually running shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, big tech companies, the motherfuckers like you know, you got your Silicon Valley type shit. You know what I mean? A lot of them cats got it out the mud. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying where they came, like they came from great lifestyles.
People like the mud.
Bro, a lot of these a lot of them rednecks that got it out the mud. Like, you know what I mean? Come from trailer homes and all of that shit. I'm not, hey, whether we want to.
All the fucking rednecks, all they did was fucking pull their bootstraps right after the fucking slaves left. Nigga, fuck all that. Oh, none of that bullshit.
Hey, some shit that we should have did, right? That's a whole nother combo.
Hey,
Let's
but
not-
it's hard to do that.
People ain't
It's hard
set
to
that
do that
shit
when
up
you
unless
go
like
to the
that.
fucking store. You getting shot at. Are you getting shot for making a left turn wrong or something like that? You know what I'm saying?
And Tea Time said a lot of them, like the system ain't set up for us like that. You know what I mean? In a sense. Okay, cool. And you're fucking right about that. But you know what's so crazy is that in the 40s, 50s, 60s, we was getting married on an 80% ratio.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we getting married on a 30% ratio.
30.
You
That's
know what I
right.
mean?
That's fact. I just seen that shit.
So when you see type of shit like that, you're like, well, damn, we did have it a little bit better? I mean, That's fucked up to say, man.
Nah, we just stuck together.
No, I'm joking. I'm
That's all it
joking.
was. We just stuck the fuck together. That's all it was.
Thank you. We stuck to fucking together, not to fucking physically, but like y'all get what I mean. You know what I mean? We stayed together as a community of people. When I went to go, if I needed my car worked on, I went down to Leroy's. Hey, Leroy, I need the damn carbonator worked out. Blah 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 blah. Do. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like if I needed something done, I knew who to go to. I didn't have to run across town and go to, you know what I mean, Beep to get my, you know, carburetor fix. You know, I didn't have to go to, you know what I mean? I want to be able to go to my peoples to be able to get things done, you know.
Nigga,
Frank Banks says
he on it.
more money, more problems, but I'm damn sure chasing the
And guess what? And there's my point, nigga. Hey, you being black, you ain't got to chase them. They chasing you. The problem's chasing you. Even if you chasing the money,
I
the
feel
problem
you,
right on
babe.
your coattail.
I
The
feel
problem's
you.
right here. Hello,
Yo,
Mr.
shout
Banks.
out to my man, bro.
Hey,
Shout out to my man Frank Banks, man. That's from the other side,
Yeah.
from my ex people. You know what I'm saying? I still got people that tap in with me from over there. Like that. Much love. I swear to
much
God.
love,
They
man.
know a real nigga when they see me. You hear me?
That's right. That's right. Ain't no fake ones out here. You know what I mean? They'll be plastic. You know what I mean? So, but the things are, I like, hey, some of these white boys, you know what I mean? These niggas is flat. So, people, the whole point I'm saying is like, you know, it'd be great if we could come together and find some type of camaraderie to build an ecosystem in our community, right? That to help out with the realization of us doing what we're doing in this whole thing. You know, we're about to wrap up the show. We got like our last 15 minutes. Generally, I kind of go on a rant, generally what I
It's a
do,
good
but
show. Shit. They tapped in for some good shit.
hey, hey,
Tap
you
in.
know what? I want to instead of me going on doing my thing, I want to do something different. Hey, look, for the people that you know what I mean, I want to thank you guys personally from the bottom of my heart, man. I want to thank you guys personally for tuning in, watching, stand throughout the show. It really, really, really touched the bottom of my heart. You know what I mean, and definitely to the Gasmask Tribe, we really thank you. So everyone that's been watching, you know what I mean, hit a number one inside the comment box. Let me know that you were here, you arrived. You know what I mean? Um, hey, and if you don't comment, um, hit the like button. Let us know you like it, subscribe. And if,
That's
and
right.
if there's anything on tonight that you would like to see more of, leave it in the comments. If you would like to see us do more things like this, do what type of topics you want us to talk about, um, just leave it in the comments. You know what I mean? Please leave it in the comments. We definitely watch them. We have our operations manager going over them. Some of you guys, you may get hit up by our operations manager, you know what I mean, about tuning in on the next couple shows. But really, really thank you guys so much. And tea time, any last words before we head up out of here?
Um, this was definitely awesome. It's a blessing to be here. It's a pleasure to be able to have a conversation with you guys. I definitely appreciate it. To all my people that tapped in, much love to everybody. Shout out to the Gasmask Tribe. Biz, you my
Yeah.
man. I know you. You know this. Hey, fam, it was nice to meet you. This will not be the last. Biz, we got some work to do, my man.
Yes, we
And
do.
you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Like,
we go definitely get together so I can show you how to, like, you know, no, fuck that. No, you go come over here with us. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You coming over
of
here with
course.
us? Yeah,
Yes,
fuck
because it's
that.
just a lot of
I
shit
was
that needs to
waiting.
be
Yeah,
done. And
yeah. You
this is
coming
all
over
I
here
do,
with us?
man. This is my life now, man. Just music, shows, interviews, and whatever I can do on a day to day to make my life and anybody else's life better. I'm a humanitarian. I do good and service to the people.
Like say hello, hello.
You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all go follow Tea Time. We're gonna be playing her video right after this. Maybe if you know, maybe we'll play a couple records or something like that. You know what I mean? But generally, you know, after the around an hour and a half, we generally let the commercial play, and then we go into our after hours where we just talk shit and just, you know what I mean, just go crazy. So if you guys willing to stick around for, you know what I mean, after this couple seconds after notices, last words. You ain't gonna do the last words tonight. Your voice is shot.
Fucked up. Well,
Oh,
I can give it a go, But I'm just
Hey,
yeah,
just
I'm
make it 10 seconds.
just
Just
small spit like grab a drink and let's go. You know what I
hey,
mean?
hey, right. Just make it simple. Let's read the last comment. Gasmask Tribe TV. Positive production. I mean, productive. I'm sorry, and powerful. Love it. Salute to Biz, Notice, and my real one, T Time. Thank you so much, Mr. Frank. We would love for you to keep tuning into the show. Of course, we always give shout outs, and we have a kind of a contest that we do on the show. So people, the ones that have been commenting the most throughout the show, uh, you guys have seen it, but we will send them free merch. Yes, you will get free merch. So Mr. Banks, congratulations. You know, send us your info. You can contact us on Facebook. You know, contact us on Facebook, and we'll get your address and stuff. And send you some product. We get a size shirt you wear, and we send you some product, and the price is on us. Our price for our shirts have gone up, but definitely we will make it. You know what I mean? We'll make it
It's up,
possible that you
That
get your
shit's going
product.
up like the gas prices.
Yeah, it is.
bro. Gas is so high.
Hey man, we got what's crazy? We got these new embroidery shirts, right? The new gas mask embroidered, you know what I mean? And they cold. They like the gold. It's like gold, shiny gold. It's cold as fuck with their hoodies. And my people my people was like, yo, how much are these? And I was like, let's go run it, bro. That's like when you buy one of these, you come to a concert. Like we give you a ticket to the concert, you get a free live show to the podcast because we're
Right.
doing a concert with the podcast there, so you get to see us, in studio. Then you get the big concert after. So that's the whole like package you'll get with that. But you know what I mean, Mr. Banks, we got you, man. We gonna see your stuff. Um, Oh, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate you more for tuning in. To everyone, thank y'all. Like we said, the more you watch the show, the more you comment, the more we'll bless the audience and we'll bless you guys. So hopefully, one of you guys can be next on the next show. Tea time, my ninja. You know what I mean? We're gonna hit a quick commercial, guys. I'm gonna give 10 seconds for Notice to do the last word. 10 seconds. Can we get 10 seconds at least?
I got you, man. You know,
All
hey,
right, all right, all right, all right, all
that sounded late.
right. All right, stay tuned, everyone. Real what one.
All right, so covered a lot. Thanks. I want to thank Tea Time for coming in. Tea Time the Lion for stopping by, gracing us with our many blessings, and everybody that checked out and came back in. Tonight we covered a lot: women empowerment, and also mental health, which I thought is big, and choosing managers, being a certain way with managers, and actually filtering out what you need in and out of your life. I think it's going to be important. Number one, women empowerment is important. Keep it up, sisters. So, for my Hispanics all the way down to my black women, keep it up. Reach one, teach one, lift the other one up. You know what I mean? And get up, get up, and get out there, and make sure that the other one is not falling into the gaps, so we can repeat history. When it comes to the music thing, hey, you have to want it for yourself. You have to have a vision nobody else can see. No one, no one, no one's gonna be able to build what you see and feel in your heart. You have to be able to get it out the mud. With that being said, thank you for coming into the Gasmask Tribe. You already know. Y'all stop and give me them shout outs and them links. Share, comment, subscribe. This is Notice, Gasmask Tribe, where we filter out that bullshit. Yeah.
People, we are back. Yes, this is the great after hour, where we, like to, what I mean, chit chat and do our thing. Man, that was a great interview, man. I really, Tea Time is the.
And I'm glad that I'm not feeling all the way hot, like myself to be like engaged like I wanted to be. I'm over here thinking about Mucinex and shit.
You sound like nothing.
Man, it's crazy. I usually have my drink, be over here drinking with Tea Time and Line. You know what I mean? I know I see you.
I don't smoke weed no more. I don't smoke cigarettes no more, bro. Like I've cleaned myself up completely. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get those toxins out of my system too. That's why I sound like this. I've been smoking fucking Black and Mounds, wine wood tip Black and Mounds and shit. My girl's like, you gotta start smoking. I put the cigarettes down and I picked up Black and Mounds.
That's worse than the cigarettes too, which is crazy.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Don't make it no better. These here don't make it no better, but it kills my cravings. Like I don't crave weed, I don't crave cigarettes. Like I just drink cognac from time to time.
Yeah, you fucking right. Those motherfuckers are harsh.
But I tell you what, when I get on that stage, ain't nothing wrong with my windpipe.
And you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with mine either. Tonight,
Tea Time, is that a hookah, Tea Time?
Yeah, they're the little like Supreme. Put a camera, goddamn it. Fucking Supreme little hype jumps max.
Yeah.
I like the sensation of the smoke. I think it's the sensation of it's the still inhaling.
You like that gas mask smoke. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's all good though, you know what I mean? Because I'm with it too. Yeah, how do I find you guys on?
Gotta go look, nigga.
Right.
Look, y'all can go to I'm gonna put the link right here. Y'all can go to y'all can follow us on Gasmask Tribe TV on Instagram, Gasmask Tribe TV on Instagram, IG. You can go there, Gasmask Tribe TV. And you know what I mean? We go probably like, you know what I mean? That's where you guys can, check out more. We got other previous stuff. You know what I mean? We had did a podcast earlier. I get a lot of scrutiny on this motherfucker. You know why? Because I be like,
Frank.
I get it. Huh? What'd you say?
I was telling Mr. Banks to subscribe on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Also, YouTube
yeah. They everybody I sent, bro. When I say I sent this shit to over like 50 to like 100 people today, as soon as I got it, I started sending that shit with the YouTube link. So everybody subscribe, follow, share that shit. I told everybody to comment, share, ask any questions. It don't matter. Like support. Like that's how that shit. That's how we all become one and just.
And you know what the greatest part is that people like are willing to watch it, right? So as our job, I always feel like it's our responsibility to have something worth watching. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, like, they'll have stuff up there and they just starting out. They don't know. And to really keep people in tune, you have to come with, like, the uncomfortable stuff. You have to be willing to talk about things that may make you look humiliated or you know what I mean? You got to have some type of self-humiliation to just expose yourself and put yourself out there like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll talk about like my mom being a prostitute when I was younger, my pops killing himself. You know what I mean? Like, I'll bring all that stuff out here where I'll talk about it. And some people, be like, wow, damn, that's pretty.
That's how you get the people though, by sharing your story to others. Like, we're not the only ones who go through certain things. So you just share your story with others, and sometimes they'll gravitate to it. Some people will judge you. Some people will say this. Some people will say that. Who gives a fuck? Like, everybody goes through things, and everybody has a different story and a different background. I could have put all my juice out there, but I go that deep in my music. Now, if y'all was to ask me like a personal question as far as family concerned on a different topic, I'd answer it with no hesitation. I don't give a fuck. I said shout out to my moms and pops, but I tell you what, my mama has been more there for me than my daddy has, even though I was raised with both of my parents. It was hard. I have daddy issues, my nigga. Real shit. You feel me? So, all of that shit ties into, who I am today.
90% of us do.
I mean, it is what it is. at the end of the day. But it makes you more personable as a person if you can share your story and connect with the people by sharing your story. We're not gonna speak on something that we don't know. Somebody can say something. If you ain't been through it, you just be a listening ear. But if you've been through it, then you can give your spiel because you've been through it. That's what people fuck up by putting something on something that they ain't never been through. Like my whole divorce shit. They be like, "Oh, you not over your divorce because, oh, if she walk in here, you're not gonna be okay." Bitch, have you been divorced, motherfucker? Have you been through something like what I'm going through? If she walk in
Right.
here, I'm going out the door because I'm not going to be willy-nilly like everything is okay. We might not have no issues, but at the
Wow.
end of the day, I'm not going to sit here like we having a good fucking time because we're not. I'm leaving because I don't want to put myself through what it is I might go through mentally or emotionally within my heart. Because your mind and your heart feels, your mind thinks. Until you can get those two in line, you're going to be in balance. So we still have to work on this, and you have to know what's going to trigger you, what make you might feel a certain way, and what may make you think the way that you think. And once everybody comes to that shit, it ain't gonna be good.
Right. Is that most people may like? Is that like a trigger in a way where like motherfuckers could come off like as if they know your situation better than you, and it like motherfucker, I would slap the shit. Like, do you understand how bad this can get right now? Like, you
They
should
don't
not be commenting on shit that like, or you know what I mean? Like you, okay, when I lost my grandmother, right, my great grandmother, right, she was like my mom, like, you know what I mean, foster care, all of that, but she was like my mom. And I would hear people say, "Oh man, oh you lost your mom. Oh man, I know what it feels like." You know what I mean? And I'm looking at their mom alive.
right, but
It's
you
like,
don't know what it feels like. You cannot.
hold up, how could the fuck you know what I'm going through? And your mom just
I totally understand, Biz. I totally get where you come.
I
I
would
know.
tell you that my mom's just still alive. I'd be like, bro, I feel you. I don't feel you, my nigga. Only thing I can give you is encouraging words and affirmations at the end of the day. But
Right,
still, don't nobody want to hear that shit. At the end of the day,
right.
you could
I
just
think
be
people
really
are
a
starting to be
listening
better
ear.
about it though. Like real people. I think real people, like people like us that are woke. That I don't want to necessarily say woke, but I would say the people that like that really filter it out, like and they stand on their 10 toes. They're being better. You know what I mean? People are being better about that and practicing what they preach. And it's not always, you know what I mean? It's not always, glitter is golden on this side. You know what I mean? It's
As far as what aspect, sir?
Well,
Just
I
the,
know.
just the after
I
hour. Hey,
already know.
this the after hour,
People,
nigga. So we can go at
people
it.
are better when it
What?
comes to
I feel
friends.
you.
Friends will speak more on shit. See, it's your friends that'll speak on shit,
Right.
but the people that don't know
People
you
that
will
think they're your
understand.
friends are people you think that's your friends.
Or
Because
people who
everybody not a
think they're
fucking
your
friend.
friend. Right.
People are associates these days. I got one best friend, just one. I don't like people like that. Because people are full
Preach.
of shit.
Preach.
People are full of shit. They can say everybody wants a fucking title. Fuck a title. That's what the world we raised in. Everything needs a title. Fuck a title, bro. What can you do to prove that shit? I've been moved around in different places, and I've been in a bunch of different fucking situations. I was raised by two realists, and they two different people, but they the same sign, but they two different fucking people.
Mm.
It's a standard. It's like almost like a hierarchy a little bit. It's a fucking conspiracy. They be like, "Oh, I'm your friend." No, I know what I'm saying. You should listen to what I'm saying because I'm your friend. But no, if you wasn't, that's why people got to put friends in an associate place when they start speaking things that they shouldn't have any business speaking on.
Do you think they should get that kind of title though, even an associate?
Some people deserve the associate. Not even that. It's just somebody that I know. At the end of the day, you're just somebody that I know that I'm well acquainted with, and we have a little bit of history.
I got you.
But
Yeah.
that friend title is something like I take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Your
Right.
friend is somebody who your spouse or whoever it is you're in a relationship with. That should be your first friend. Your mother, if you have a good relationship, that's your friend, but they're also your mother. Your
Right.
father, if you have a good relationship, that's your friend, but also your father.
See,
I know plenty of people.
Guy, so I'm like, yo, you better walk with your first friend, which is God. You know what I mean?
God is always one, and He's the only one that calls the shots. And people come from my spirituality in because I read tarot cards, I meditate, I pray out crystals, I burn sage. They be like, oh, you're going against. They be like, oh, you're going against God's will. Well, I'm like, no, you have to tap in with the universe to tap in with your ancestors and the people who's passed away. We are born upon the stars. See, I'm a Leo. I'm a sun. I'm the biggest energy it is of all. I'm the biggest star. So when you tap into that, you learn certain things that some people is not ready for. So once you understand certain things in yourself, once you know and you tap into that, there's no going back. You're there. Ain't no going back.
Right.
So with this friendship, God, life, the universe, I feel like it's all in one bubble, but you have to categorize it according to how you are as a person and how you live your life. People still tell me I'm going to hell. Oh, it's a disease of the mind, you gay and all this bullshit. No, man, fuck all that, bro. I don't care what you say. Are you happy? Because I am. Because I made the decision to live how I want to live and how I feel I should. If I wasn't supposed to be gay, I feel like God wouldn't put these feelings in me. I feel like God gave me this.
Hold on. You fucked me up. Hold on, you fucked me up. You said you made a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever feel like did you personally feel like from birth you were birthed this way, or you felt like you changed into this person?
I changed into this person. I don't feel like I was born this way to like women and be like this. Like I went through things.
Damn, stop!
I have sexual trauma. I feel like it gears towards a little bit of sexual trauma, but I also fought through that.
Right.
I've been dealing with sexual trauma since the age of 3. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm 30. I turned 31 this year. I'm still young. I even went through sexual trauma being in the military in Korea. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
And it continued to keep happening to me all throughout my life. Did I speak up on it? No. I opened up about it maybe a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Continue to keep it to myself. Was I born this way? No. Some people feel like they was born in the wrong sex and they had needed to do what they needed to do to change over. But I fought it for so long. Like I was still dealing with guys trying to maybe hide and mask, but also for the good of if my mama's still watching, mama, I love you, but I'm gonna be straight 100. To try to mask, myself to make my mother happy. My junior year in high school, my mama found notes and went through my phone. And I was asleep and she choked the fuck out of me, bro. Like, out of my sleep.
I don't imagine.
Thought I was gonna die. You know what I'm saying? And I always try to make my moms happy because I love my mother. I love both my parents. I love them both. But I went through some shit trying to really. I was raised in the church down in Georgia, Columbus, Georgia, nigga, down in a little town. You feel what I'm saying? And I just really had to come to realization and make myself realize, is this what I want to do? And I need to be open and just accept it and live on with that. And I still continue to battle between back and forth to see what it is that I wanted and what I liked. But this is what I chose. So I'm like, damn. And I prayed. I tried to pray the gay away.
Are you with anybody now?
Wait. No, before you answer that, are you with anybody now? There's a certain way, a gay way.
She tried to play the gay way.
No, it's not a gay way. But I tried to pray the gay away, like, Lord, make me straight. If this is not
okay, the gay away.
Yeah. You thought she said I tried to play the gay way.
I tried to pray it away. I would go to the front of the church.
It was a way of prayer.
Like,
I don't mess with what that nigga said. I don't mess with men. I love women.
and he was lying.
Lying like a motherfucker. Nigga, just be you, bro.
He had a moment.
Fuck everything else. Why stop trying all that extra shit, man. Just be you, man. And that's the thing I hate, how these pastors go in and they'll be like trying to put all this voodoo shit on people, and then like all of a sudden he's delivered from God and all of this. Nigga, you sound like the motherfucking Romans used to throw the motherfucking Hebrews in the fires and shit when they was in Spain. Oops, too much information. My bad. But you know what I mean? The shit just sound foul. You know what I mean? Like, it's anyway.
It's a whole process within itself. I say what I come a long way. I got bullied. I got picked on. I got teased. I got threw in the trash can twice. Shoes stolen from me.
I want to know. Though, are you with somebody now?
Yes, I have a new shorty. She's amazing.
Congratulations.
She's fucking amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think that when I was going through when I first started going through, I was like,
do she curl your toes?
What, nigga? What? Nigga, what? Nigga, she picked me up in a limo on Valentine's Day. Nigga, I almost passed the fuck out. Like, the treatment that I get, like when I was going through what I was going through before I filed for the divorce and close to the end, like I was sleeping in my car for 2 months at the Santa Monica Beach. In my car, I have a Mustang 2-door, so you know it's very uncomfortable. And I had a whole house. I had a whole house in Lancaster, 5-bedroom house, beautiful, nice. Like, and I wasn't there.
Out than to deal with the bullshit.
And that's when I had my epiphany. Like damn, I need to really figure it out and make the decision and make the choice. And I was like, I'm finna be 30, and I don't want to continue to live this way because I feel like 30 is like a bridging, capping age. That I didn't want to.
A lot of niggas is gonna look at it. A lot of females is gonna look at it, but like, nigga, if you had a whole house, like, why put yourself through that? Why just go? Don't even say hey goodbye. Just be there, you know, and work out a plan. Was it that bad? You couldn't just.
I was like that at first. I was living in the home. I was dealing with it just like that, just there, doing what I needed to do, but also the heart, the pain, and the things that I felt. Like, it was something that she said to me that really made me say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
None of this.
It was, you know, I tell you what, if I told you what it was, bro, you'd be like, whoa, what the fuck?
I go that conversation.
It's way worse than that. Like, I want to tell y'all my mom, like, should I or should I not? Like,
you came home, she was shooting a porno.
What she said to me, no,
you know,
that's not even bad. I support that.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever think about maybe having your own kids? You ever thought about that?
You know what? Like, I was pregnant. I got raped in Korea. I was pregnant. I found out 4 months later I was pregnant. I got an abortion.
Way. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, off of the gist of trying to make my marriage work. She's like, "Oh, you had a baby. We're not gonna be together. We're gonna always have problems." Well, guess what? I got an abortion, and guess what? We still have problems, and I'm going through a divorce now. It's gonna be done. So
wow. Do it ever seems like it's never satisfying? Like the woman could never be satisfied in a way because you did all of that, and like.
Well, a woman can never be satisfied. It depends on who you meet and who you're with. Like,
I'm confused on that question.
the person who I'm with now, right?
Yeah.
Like, when I sat in my car for those 2 months, when I was sleeping in my car down there at the pier, I literally prayed and I asked God for what it is that specifically. You have to be specific. You can't just say, "Oh, I want $1 million." Exactly. How do you want $1 million? How do you want it? Preach. You have to specify exactly what it is that you want and how you want it. So what I did was I just started specifying exactly what it is that I wanted and how I wanted it. I didn't say when, because you never know when. And when I met her and how I met her, it was just fucking crazy. And it kind of freaked me out at first because everything just, I'm hitting check. Like, oh shit. I'm like, well, maybe this is what it is. Off of the situation, I didn't have to sleep in my car no more when I met her. When I said I wanted somebody to treat me how I felt like I needed to be treated, that's what I got. when I wanted somebody to just see me for who I was and just accept me for who I am. Because I'm weird as fuck. I'm a nerd. I read.
Right.
I'm weird.
Mm-hmm.
I tweet. PTSD, anxiety, depression, all that shit. But
You're
when you
not
have
weird. You're
somebody,
normal.
Yeah.
That's normal.
that's
What are you
and
talking
that's the
about?
thing that I had to come into realization with. I'm not weird. I'm normal, but in my
You normal.
own way.
Right.
When I say, she knew how many baby hairs I got. Okay.
Damn.
Oh, she
Would
be
you?
like,
Feet,
you
I
sleep?
don't know, T time. I don't know, T. I think you fall into
bro.
love pretty fast. I might have to.
Well,
I might
you know
have
what?
to
Let me tell you
screen. I
something.
might have to go screen old girl first. Like, yo, who are
I've
you?
already failed.
Yeah, don't
I've
gas
already
her
failed.
neither.
I've already failed. I ain't gonna play with you. I already failed on my mama. And I've been talking to her since August. I filed my divorce in August. I met her in August. I lost my cousin.
Wow.
My cousin died from he died in they say it's drugs, but it wasn't. He gave blood. He didn't have enough. He went to sleep on the counter making food for his son with no drugs in his
Oh
system. And
wow.
I ended up going home. And I was only supposed to be there for 2 weeks, but I spent the whole month out there to give an extra 2 weeks because I just filed my divorce. I needed some more time. I needed to figure it out and get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
coming from a
Right.
5-bedroom house, taking care of 10 fucking people. It was all my wife's
Wow.
family. The only blood I have in California is my sister, my blood sister.
Damn.
That's the blood. She was living with me as well.
T
And
time.
I was, bro,
You
that's
baited
by the
up.
grace of God, bro.
But T time, you had baited up though. That's all. You just baited up. You know what I mean?
From
You
the
know what
album.
that is? You know what
I
that
ain't
is? You
figured it
baited
out.
up.
Tell
You
me.
baited up. You didn't alpha that shit. You baited up. You was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and baited this shit.
And that's what I was going through. Then I got tired. And I just had
You
to,
got tired of being a beta. I get it.
like, I didn't always take care of people and not myself. Like I said, I was in and out of the hospital. I was
Yeah, man.
5150 on this side, bipolar. I tattooed my insecurities and things on my face, my neck, my hand, on my body. I wear it because it's not in me. It's out of me. This necklace, this is the old me. I buried it. So I put it in my chain because I'm a different person today than I was before.
Bury that
Like,
old you.
I had to really figure it out, and it hurt me. You know, sometimes they be like, "Oh, if it's good, or if it's meant for you, it'll come back when you let it go." It hurted
Bullshit.
me more to love and stay with
Right.
that person than it was to be alone and figure it the
What
fuck
I'm
out.
saying is true. This is just like
Hey,
you
it
said.
didn't come back and deal with that shit. Come on, man.
No, but like if it's really meant to be and you let it go, then the shit to come back. But a lot of people will hang on into the
No,
shit.
that shit's not
Shit
true.
is
Hey,
Shit is,
that's
shit is
I
just.
don't believe that. I do not believe
I believe
if
it.
you let something go that you love so much that the shit would turn around coming back. Shit, life
It
is not a
did for
fucking.
me.
Sometimes timing is off. Sometimes the timing of two great
I think
people.
I think if you let it come back, I think we let things come back.
Look at
Not that it
J-Lo
come
and
back.
and
We let things come back. No, it's our
Okay,
choice. We said it earlier.
that's perfect. That is perfect because when I was in college, when I went to Oregon, from Santa Monica to Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
me and the same girl was together. We wasn't married yet. I let it go. She cheated on me with a guy, broke up with me.
Is that really
I went to
cheating?
school. Nigga, she cheated on me with we was in a relationship. Nigga, she cheated on me with a nigga. Okay?
Oh, she was experimenting. Okay, gotcha.
She was
We
not
fucking-
experimenting. Okay?
we
She
fucking
already
with
had a
you.
son. I came in his life. Nigga, no. I came in his life. He was 2 years old, bro. He's
Said,
about to be
"Nigga, no."
16.
Oh, she was experimenting.
Wow.
16, right? 16. She was experimenting.
No, he's 16 now, right?
Oh, no.
He's 15 now. He be 16
Okay.
this year.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Nigga.
It's
She left. We broke up, and I came back. When I came back home, and I got back with her, and I made the decision to get back with her. So maybe I should have, or maybe I shouldn't have. So it's piggybacking on
see?
what Biz was saying. You let it go, but should you go back? And I went back, and guess what's still in the same token? I went back, but it's still getting the fucking divorce from the same person, bro.
Well, see that
Hey,
same.
let me tell you something about the Bible. I don't mean to cut you off, notice, but let me teach you a little something about the Bible. God said you can never bear good fruit from a bad root. So,
Okay.
hey, no matter
Come on,
how,
man.
no matter how great the flowers are, no matter how great the trunk look and all of that, if they got some foul ass roots, that shit ain't gonna prosper. You know what I mean? And I'm only saying that because how it started. You know what I mean? And like we let things happen to us when we know it should not happen. You know, and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. I'm just speaking to the audience. You know, there's times in our life where we literally let the things come onto us that, and yes, in the Bible says God will never put more on than what you can bear. Cool, I get it. Woo, woo. But people are still committing. Let's just say people are still deleting themselves. You know what I mean? So obviously not everybody feel that same message that's in the Bible, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what the greatest book that's ever been sold on the planet, and it's still being sold on high numbers, the Holy Bible. You get what I mean? Well, obviously not everybody feel that same way if they still deleting themselves. So I always think
Right.
that you have to kind of like look at life like we let things come onto us that we know that shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody like I don't want to be sitting out here like preaching and shit, but I'm just saying that
No,
that's
you're
what it
speaking
really
facts.
is.
Yeah, it's
Look,
not
You know
this
that.
what I mean?
comment with Anthony right here
Yeah,
at
Yeah.
the bottom.
Yeah,
Facts.
let's read it. Let's read it.
Look, go at the
uh,
bottom. Not that
okay.
that one, and then click the next one. There
Well, hold on, I want to read
you
that one. I want to read this one
Oh,
right
okay.
quick.
Keep filtering me bullshit, fellas. Love you, niece.
Much love, Frank. I love you, bro.
Want to
Look,
go? Go
look,
ahead.
look.
Yeah, sure. I read it. Should a whole lot of people are let go and never come back? That comeback quote is made for a bumper sticker in Hollywood. Wow.
And then the one above it, where it says everyone deserves someone who's their favorite, and hello, the hardest goodbye. Sounds like she found it in a limo partner.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it really
great,
sounds good
great Anthony.
with the
We love you, Mr. Whitener.
with the
You know what I mean?
eccentrics.
And shout out to Ant, man. That's crazy.
Hey,
Yeah,
well,
man.
Like real
one of my
shit.
biggest
Like
things is one of my biggest things is though, isn't that though what the history of a person is supposed to be of though? Think about it. Like you wouldn't have found your limo girl or the person that you're with now, and being able to truly appreciate it, or be able for her to appreciate, or be able to notice it if you did not experience or go through what you went through. So in a sense, you have to be
yeah,
grateful.
yeah.
Okay, I went through all this bullshit with a girl. Cool. Let me leave your ass right there because I know what I don't want to know. I know what I don't want anymore. But it did grow me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not
Yeah.
everybody knows how to grow an apple tree. Not everybody knows how to fucking raise a German Shepherd puppy. Not everybody knows how to be
No.
a black woman, a black guy in America that's forever changing. You feel me? So it's like
Yeah.
it's hard. You know, like, we have to sit back and really understand. Like, you know what? Yeah, I went through this shit. Yeah, this person was fucked up, but we wouldn't know beautiful. We wouldn't know true beauty if we didn't see evil or bad. You know,
Mm.
That's what my
it's
mom.
right.
Mm.
The battery, but
That's what my
battery
mom told me.
without possible without the negative. You have to have
That's what my mom. That's what my
and
mom said.
right.
She said you're never gonna know who's for you and who's really for you if you do not let go of those attachments that you're still trying to hold on to. You're never gonna know who's for you, Keita. You're never gonna know who's out there for you, Keita. If you continue to hold on. I called my mom every day and I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand it. And
Right.
she was
Yeah.
just like, you know what? You're never going to know who's out there for you or what it is that's meant for you if you do not let it go. And I didn't want to let it go because I don't believe in divorce. My parents are divorced, right?
Right.
My parents are divorced. 20 plus years of being together in marriage. Okay.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to be like that. I want to make it work. This is what I want. And I really had to really look at it like, do I want to continue to keep going through this? Like, I'm not gonna say I was just this perfect person and I didn't do nothing wrong. I got my share of infidelity and things that I may have done. I confess to all my sins. Ask God to forgive me. Ask her to forgive me. But in the same token, I didn't continue to keep doing that shit. I let that shit be where it was at, and I continue to move forward. But if you say to me something that's from your past and that's what you want, but you still want me to be here, like we your family, but your ass been gone for a month, 2 months, that shit is out.
Hey, let me correct this right quick. Whoever the fuck is Hitler 9000, the fuck is you saying, bro? The fuck?
Fucking name is
molested? Yeah, I was molested. So what? Since the age of 3. Yes, I was. Any more fucking questions? Any more questions? Because there's a lot of spam people out there that say stupid shit. But if you got any more questions, put that shit out there. I've been molested since the age of 3 by my own fucking family. Ain't no shame in my game, bro.
Maybe they didn't mean that in a harsh way, and I took it a little harsh. That shit, I guess it just hit me a little, it hit me.
Well, it's a dumbass question to ask, though. Like, it's one of those.
It's just a one word with a question mark. Like, that shit just is very broad. So if you put a one word with a question, then you're gonna get a fucking stupid ass response, because for every action, there's a reaction.
Hey, I don't take this. Hey, I'm not the internet nigga. All right,
straight up.
So I want to let you niggas know I ain't this internet nigga. The same nigga is the same nigga in the streets, bro. So I want to let y'all know that facts. I'm not this internet nigga. I'm not no studio gangster.
I'll say it like I did the last time. Clearly, you're a racist.
At the end of the day, because they mad. And nigga need to go get them some pussy and go sit down. Nigga or bitch, whoever it is, go get you some pussy or some dick, whatever you into, and go sit the fuck down and figure out what it is that you want.
Or some whatever.
Maybe you know what I mean? Because I don't mean to like trip off the podcast like that. Maybe I just took it a little, you know what I mean? It just felt, felt weird to me, you know what I mean, at the moment. So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't like that shit at all. So
there ain't nothing but the enemy. That's what the enemy do. The enemy come in any disguise, in any form, and they always try to come in and try to disguise themselves and make themselves like just be known. And those people that hide behind social media like this,
right,
they're the ones that have the most issues. It's far past narcissistic. That's a whole different type of behavior.
Right.
So either we can entertain it or we cannot entertain it, because they miserable in their life that they live. That's why they hide behind the screen.
I think they should get what they fucking put out there. Like in the Bible, you throw a stone, you deserve to get a stone thrown back at your ass. So you know what I mean. Instead of us like people don't want to play. No, fuck that, nigga. You say some shit, we go address the shit. You know what I mean. If not, you should never said it.
People need to be here.
Right, you need to get aired out. You need to be questioned.
And then say Hitler.
Right, come on, man.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you really gotta be that much of an asshole at the end of the day to really come in here and fuck up some positive shit.
Hey, check this out. We gonna give you that attention, you mark ass nigga. So and with that, you want the smoke, and it's not about you want the smoke. It's just about the fuckery of motherfuckers putting foul ass comments, or they don't explain their comment, right? They don't I wouldn't have took that foul if the comment was explained. Were you, or hey, tea time, da 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 da, you know what I mean? Not just some weird shit like this with a fucking username like Hitler Night, like, bro, like, you lucky, you know what I mean? Lucky you got a anyway. So what did Anthony
if
say?
he was in person, I bet he wouldn't say that shit in person on my mama. Let me tell you something. PTSD and all that shit is real. They taught us how to kill, steal, and destroy. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what, you don't want these problems, my nigga. You know where to find me.
The mashed potatoes when the roast don't come out right.
I'm declared 5150 by the state of California. I cannot have no weapons, no guns. I can't even fight with my hands. But I tell you what,
you
know where to find me at, big dog. Nigga, you know where to find me. They took all my shit. I can't have nothing. They find it on me. I'm going back to the crazy house. Let that shit sink in your motherfucking head, nigga.
Facts.
Oh, I got a brother.
Gasmask Tribe, filter out that bull.
Been with
you want to read this? You want to read this comment right here? Notice.
Psalms 82. All men and women. Huh?
Take us
I
back.
said, read some positivity. Take us back, man.
Psalms 82. All men and women are gods, but will die like mere men. Arise, O God, judge among the gods. We have the gift of creative fate. We build our own destiny, and all the pieces don't fit our if all the pieces don't, and all the pieces don't fit our puzzle.
Yeah, that's fact.
Right. You know, they say the people you start with may not be the people you end up with. And this is the goal with, and this the kind of go with like people bringing people along the ride, right? Like not everybody you would start with. There's only a few would actually stay on the long haul. Like, of course, like your mama gonna be there, cool. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a common law given, right? You know what I mean? Your boy that's been there forever, cool. You know what I mean? But not all the time in places that end up like that. You get what I mean? And so instead of motherfuckers like actually sticking to the goal and say, yo, I want to be able to achieve life in this way and see people, I want to have this type of people or this type of sexuality or this type of blase and move with confidence on that shit. Like the world is so different now that you can find everybody you need in your criteria. Literally.
Right.
Literally. If I like midgets and I want to go hang out with midgets all day, I want midget friends. You think I'm gonna go chill with the fucking basketball players and shit? No. That's just not gonna happen. I'm making it sound so like simple and goofy or whatever, but it's that simple to me. You know what I mean? You brought this up. You want to read that one, or you want me to read that? Go ahead.
I see you go in on the drink, nigga. I'm so jealous over here sitting the tea time. I'm like, you having your tea time. I'm over here jealous like I'm up. Look what your dose say.
Yeah. Free promo. That's the free promo. I need Jay-Z and Beyonce to tap in with me ASAP.
Facts.
So I can you know what I'm saying? Doing free promo with the drink and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to the A.
Hey, Dub, if we spend our time at the circus, when the right one comes around, we won't be available because we were too be busy in bed with entertaining a clown. Like that one.
Fucking round of applause,
Hey, I might miss out on the best one, but if I'm still in bed, I mean, that clown got some bomb ass head. I tell you. Hey, sorry, A-Dub. I messed out on myself, man. I was too busy giving this.
Oh my God. He said that
you messed out.
His head.
I'm being stupid, people. I'm being just goofy. But man, thank y'all for tuning in, people. We out of here with the after hours of the show. Tea time, you want to leave them with something before we head out? You know what I mean? Oh, I was gonna play that videos. I'm gonna let y'all chop up while I play this, grab this video for y'all.
Play
hey, T, hey, we gotta really get at it with hey, nigga, I can drink. I try to slow down, like, you know what I mean? Because nigga, I be bring that shit. Hey, nigga, I can drink. Oh,
hey, me too. I'll drink you under the table now, man. Come on with it now. You don't want this shit.
You ain't drinking me under the table now. I don't know about all that. Dude.
Look, hey, come
my
on,
body mass for one is bigger than you. Period.
It depends on how much you drink.
I know I don't look like it, but I'm 200 pounds, nigga, plus.
Look, let me tell you something. It depends on how much a person drinks. It don't matter the body index. It depends on how much you drink.
That's science now. Biology.
Okay, according to biology, okay, since you want to take it to math and science and shit.
Come on, my nigga, let's go.
Okay, you talking to a genius right here, bro.
Hey,
I'm all about the analytics.
You must be looking in the mirror, motherfucker.
Cause I'm with it, bro. Like I might be fucked up before you, maybe, but I'm gonna drink until ain't no more drink, and we get some more and drink that ain't no more.
Up quick, just as quick, nigga. I'll be like, look, I'll be right there slurring. You be like, damn, nigga, you faded already, but I can go.
Yeah.
I go 48, 72 hours. Like, damn, still drinking.
I don't smoke. I don't do none of that smoking shit. But this little thing right here, and I drink my cognac. You got some Hennessy, got some Douce, got some Remy.
Yes, I
We
try to
can
stick
go.
around. I try to stay away from the brown. You know what I mean? I try to get away from the brown. Oh, look at you.
That's the ex-wife right there, man.
Can't hear it though, bitch.
Over 10K streams, big time.
Hey,
Insane in the brain. Yes, sir.
I would like to hear it.
Insane in the burn, in the burn, in the burn. Little bitch, you look like a snitch. Insane, 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 insane in the burn, in the burn, in the burn. Insane, 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 insane in the burn, in the burn. Got me going insane, trying to keep my brain. I don't know a thing. What the fuck, man? Bring that to my thing. I feel like a lame. I've been feeling strange. Wish I had a brain. I just got some change. I'm broke every day. Please get out my way. Don't feel good today. Throw up in your face. I had too much drink. Trying to numb the pain before I go insane. Can't be out with you. What we gonna do? Try to speak the truth. Get away from you. Insane, 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 insane in the burn, in the burn, in the burn. Insane, 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 insane in the burn, in the burn, in the burn. Little bitch, you look like a snitch. I'm just trying to get rich. Slide you by some shit, and my way get hit. Slam your ass and slip. My brain be on that shit. Insane, yeah, that's my clip. Oh man, I see that shit. I can get on that shit. This world is finna slip. My heart is finna rip. Get a touch on wicked shit. Put me in the sky like a blip. Words on me like I'm your bitch. Insane, yeah, let's get hit. Insane, 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 insane in the burn, in the burn, in the burn. Insane, 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 insane in the burn, in the burn. I met this guy today. I know what to say. Can't get out my face. Take that shit that way. Put me in my place. I violate your space. He put a gun on me. So nigga, you don't scare me. I don't want bitch, you look so weak. Show me up some weed. You dirty, go brush your teeth. Say clothes that you had last week. So Lord, he did say me. Get me so I can see. My brain be on 15. Cause really I go insane. Insane, insane, insane. Insane in the burn, in the burn. Insane, insane, insane. Insane in the burn, in the burn. Insane, insane, insane. Insane in the burn, in the burn. In the burn.
Okay, I see you. I see you.
That shit got over 10K. That's the first song I ever dropped, man.
That's crazy.
That shit, a whole 3 verses, all a real story.
That's cool.
All real story, man. That's my shit, bro.
Hey, look what my boy said. Look what my boy said. This is now he drinks with me.
Hey, Aunt, will you come with us too? Come on, we all gonna drink together. Come on with
it. I remember this nigga had me out for 2 days drinking with this nigga one time. I was like, yo, I gotta go home.
I'm drunk so much. I've been out for 3. I feel you, bro. On my mama.
You know, and you're talking about that throw up life and keep going.
Man,
let's go. Man. I'm good. No sleep. Good. Fuck y'all niggas doing? Hey, nigga, we wildin'.
Bro, I feel you, man.
Let's keep it going. Good times.
If anybody want to join the live, you guys want to tune in, we're going to put the link in there before we head out. You guys can tune in, ask questions, let us know what you think, blase, you know what I mean? If there's anything you would like to see more on the show with Tea Time, please tune in. Notice going to put the link right there in the comments. You know, tune in. We like to get, hear your thoughts, what you like about the show, what did you think about the show? Yeah, let us know, you know what I mean? And I wanted to kind of chop it up about the record, right? So I'm a big person about records. Hold on, let me take all this shit off right quick. So, I'm a big person about the records and shit, right? So I feel like the record is, hold on. Let me make sure I can hear myself. So I feel like the record is fire. Check this out, Tea Time. A lot of people may not understand what you did, right? When we doing our thing, when we doing it from ground up, that shit is tough. You know, we got to get everybody for the I'm shooting a video this Sunday, and the production that you got to put together and get this shit ready, it's tough, man. Nah. And like you could tell, I don't know who you may had to edit it and whatever, or how long it took you to put that stuff together, or put the whole thing together, or whatever. But I think that the song definitely, helps out. And then with the video quality, like you've been able to kind of, I don't know who set the video up. Did you do it?
No, I had this guy that I knew out there in Lancaster. I called him. I was like, "Hey, I want to shoot a video on my house. Come shoot this shit for me, bro." He's
Right.
like, "All right, bet." It's crazy. I wish I remembered his name
Okay, hold on,
because
hold on,
I
hold on. You
don't.
gotta take me back. Bring me down to how you got the video started. How? Because we know about the song. I think you was explaining to Notice about the song right now.
Yeah,
That is real life. But you know, what I mean, after the
yeah.
song, explain like until we got to the 10K.
So when I linked up with my man's Jay after that little Tony Scamager bullshit, um, that was the video that I had out with the song that I had released, and he was like, "Oh, I sent it to him the video that I had." He linked it in with the music charts that we were doing so I can
Right.
get more organic followers and everything like that. So I had to submit a song and a video to the One Mic music charts.
Okay.
So when we from a guy, shout out to Jay Davila out in New York. So he's the one who put the whole database and everything together. So he put the music video in there. Whatever he did, what he needed to do with the video and what I had going on, and that shit shot up to 10K views and plus.
Did
Straight
y'all
from that.
market it? Did y'all market it? Put any marketing on there?
Yeah. Everything that they did with Jay Davila and Jay Adams with the West Coast Heavies Entertainment, like they all put that shit in there and make that shit rock the way that it did. And with the One Mic music charts, it's all 50 states within the US. And I had became the number one independent artist within that chart that he created.
Dope.
And so I became number one in California and I became number one in all 50 states within the charts. So they created under westcoastheavies.com. If you go westcoastheavies.com/tea time,
Mhm.
I have my own website link that goes to that video and where people was able to go in and vote, put their information in to get everything organically. Organic viewers, organic votes, organic people. Nothing fake or built in or anything like that. And I broke the
Hey,
algorithm.
hey, you know what? I did that shit. I did that stupid shit before. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm a man of. Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, Biz go keep it straight. I'm gonna filter out the bullshit. If y'all wanted to know, have any one of us done it? Been through that experience of buying bots and getting views and all of this fake shit, and it's not really there. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. What Tea Time talking about? Getting it out the mud like that? That's facts. I did it the other way, and I was looking stupid. Tea Time.
In all type
Yeah.
of ways.
I got
Oh
multiple
man,
videos on there.
tell her what
Like
you say. Notice I was looking what?
Did it all type of ways.
You know what I mean? So like Tea Time, like honestly, you're doing it the right way because you know what I mean. There's times when I wish I just did it the right way the first time around, not fucking wait. You know what I mean to the second time around, and you know what I mean. You smacking them. You know what I mean. You smacking them. What's the next goal? What's next for Tea Time?
um you know what? I think about the same thing that you just asked me. What's next for Tea Time? Like
Mm.
I have music that's released. I have a music video that I haven't even released yet to my Drive It Slow song that's out right now on Spotify, iTunes. Like the same music that I have that's posted it's also on YouTube too. People just gotta search for it and scroll because I'm not one of those big time artists like, oh, as soon as you type it in, I pop up. No. You just gotta scroll a little bit and you will find it. You know what I'm saying? If you're really that interested in what it is that I'm putting out. Um what's next for Tea Time is more music, more videos, more TV time. more TV time. The name Tea Time the Lion. T stands for Thomas. That's my last name. Time is my time. The lion, I'm a Leo. So everything happens in the time that it's supposed to. It's so much shit that I already have that's waiting to be released. Like I had a meeting with the A&R Atlantic Records. With the A&R of Atlantic Records. Shout out to Saint Ron. He's really fucking with one of my songs I got called Country G Ride. Only a certain select of people have heard this song that has came to my show. They've heard it. Or maybe people I've sent it to. But the vision that I have for the song is like bigger than myself, that I can imagine where I'm supposed to be. Like, it's like, where is tea time and what is next for tea time? I never really know what's next for me because there's so much shit that I have going on and there's so much shit that I'm doing that I could just blow up with anything at the next moment when the time arises, when God feel like I'm ready for it. See, he may feel like I'm ready, but is the world ready for me?
I don't think that matters, T-Time. And I'm going to be bold and say that shit. Fuck the world.
And
The
that's
world,
how I feel
hey,
too.
check. The world wasn't ready for Tupac. The world wasn't ready for James Brown. The world wasn't ready for Elvis Presley. I mean, shit, the world ain't never ready for shit until it hits it, until it slaps it in the face like, hey, I'm here. You know what I mean? Honestly, when you really think about it,
Because
they
I'm working
never
on the
really ready
EP.
for anything. Like, they're
I'm
like,
working on putting out an EP. And my music, I have party music, I got real life music, and then I got a different type of music. I'm the hip hop rock star. That's what I call myself. I call myself the hip hop rock star from GA to LA, right? All my music is made from me. I make my own beats. I write my own lyrics. I mix and master my own shit. And then I go to a big studio to have them put their blessings on it to make that shit pop more than what I make it pop. I don't have to sit there in a room with a bunch of fucking people and be like, okay, here's the hook, here's the chorus, here's the verses. This is what the beats sound like. I make this shit because I envision this is how it should sound. And this is how it should be orchestrated. And this is how it should go. So I want to take my music and I want to put it behind the live band because that's how I started, with a band. With the live band playing my shit with a little bit of extras on it. And then I come and I just give them me with my story with that. Artist development at its best.
do you think you can challenge any artists right now that are like put up a rank on you? Like, you ain't got no show better than mine. Like, if you had to really like tell them, like, check this out. Like, cause like, let me throw a caveat on that. When we do our shit, nigga, it's our motherfucking, like, that's my bread and butter. Performing? Oh, you ain't go. Oh, I don't give a fuck what anybody said.
Nigga,
I'm
I
top
put my own.
notch.
I hear you. When it's
Right?
time for me to do a
Which,
show, you need a DJ pack. They be like, oh, let me hit up a DJ. Have to put my shit together. XYZ, blah, 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 and all this other shit. If you can put your shit together yourself, you good. When I go do a set, they be like, oh, you got a 9 minutes. Huh?
Don't need a DJ pack when you got the live band pack.
And see, that's the thing. I don't have a live band. I have dancers, and I have my own music.
no, see,
I have myself.
I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna cut you right there because I'm
Come
with
on.
you. Like, I'm with you when you were saying, like, I want the live band. Like, that's me. That's that. And that's where I was getting to, because I don't want you to backtrack.
Right.
I like, stay there. You know what I mean? Stay there. Like,
I
you
want
want
it.
that. Like, and that's what you deserve.
I
Honestly,
progressed along the way.
well,
From just
honestly,
me being on stage to having dancers dance behind me. I'll go to a show and other people might be performing. They got a whole bunch of niggas and all this shit behind them and they just rapping their shit. But when it's just you, and then you have your dancers, they bring out the presentation of the show with your music.
Respect your craft.
So what I want to add now is live music behind the dancers, behind the performance, with the live band. I want the whole fucking package. Because that's what makes a bomb ass show like Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Janelle Monáe, motherfucking 50 Cent, all these people who have orchestras and bands behind playing their music along with them performing and dancers with backup singers. That's what I want. That's the real goal. That's the real vision. That's music. Not
I
what you
understand.
on stage with a whole bunch of niggas banging up gang signs. Fuck all that shit. It's about the music and what you're talking about and what you're presenting to the people to get them to feel that shit.
Now let me tell you
That's what the
something.
fuck I want.
And I'm because I'm paler. I'm not going back on you. YG was on tour and he was doing the same thing. Like he was, chucking up the big, you know what I mean, doing his thing, right? Chucking them up, right? And he was on tour with J. Cole at this time. It was a minute ago, though. Minute ago. He was on tour with J. Cole. Well, the people that was, pretty much putting the tour on, they wanted to kick YG off.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the, you know what I mean, the violence that was behind it. And so J. Cole went to him and like gave him the heads up first, like, yo, they trying to kick you off this tour. I'm gonna need you, you know what I mean? Yo, you're gonna have to like figure out some of the homies may have to fly back home, bro. Like you ain't gonna be here because they gonna stop your money. You know what I mean? And those are things like, like we should learn those things before, right? We should learn those things before, but we want to get all the homies out the hood.
Yeah.
And I ain't changing the goalposts or anything. I don't want to like, just take it on to the whole nother pace. But there's times where you really got to do it for yourself, Tea Time. Like you really got to do it for you. You know what I mean? Until you find the squad that's like, look, we're gonna all get in and support each other and make it happen, right? People tend to go where the bag is at. Or if he's making more money, we should go over there because he's paying everybody a check. Well, you're not
It
gonna
ain't
really
even about the
benefit
money.
longer. Like that's not what I do over here. Like at Biz Entertainment, we don't do that here. You know what I mean? We don't set up a motherfucker and get his hopes up high and then start putting him out there. Then we start collecting shit like a label and nah. We don't do
Yeah.
that shit here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Because it makes no fucking sense. Like people should be able to do their art and be able to live off their art for the rest of their fucking life. Like,
That's
why
the
do you
goal.
have to put in so much fucking time and motherfuckers got to take all these crazy ass percentages that ain't going to shit?
Yeah. No, like for real though, like
Nowhere. Hey, like DJ Gas said, another one. Nowhere.
Nowhere. You know what I mean? What was it? Notice last time we had a podcast about Joe Rogan and India. Right, India Irie, and how she was like, we putting all this money in, like y'all making all this money off of our backs, and y'all giving this motherfucker 100 million, like,
dollars, pennies on the dollar.
like it was crazy. You know what I mean? But we're not getting it. So I feel that artists should understand those things, and we should be able to understand the bag, right? How do they get to the bag quick? That's what everybody. I'm gonna show y'all one tip. Look, check this out. Tea Time. We'll talk tomorrow, and what I mean, we'll chop it up. But I'm gonna give y'all one tip, like for artists, inspire entrepreneurs, people out there that's like, what, I'm inspired to do something really big. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you get 10,000 people to love what you do across the country, there's over how many 100,000 100 million across the country. You know what I mean? If you just get 10,000 of that, just to love you and love what you do, and you get them to give you $100. I say $100 because that's $1 million. Right?
yes, it
And you
is.
guys can deviate how y'all want to deviate. Like, oh, that's $1 million. I don't want $1 million. And one thing before I go, people identify. Tea Time said it earlier. Specifics. Literally, identify what you fucking want. If you identify, like, I want to make this amount of money a year, because it's going to be allocated to this, to this, to this, to this. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't make those definite decisions. They don't say, I want to make 100,000 a year. But if you make 100,000 in California, that's like living in poverty, my nigga. You know what I mean? So that's not gonna work in LA. You're gonna need to make at least, huh?
Suave finally brought his ass through.
My guy, wow, yo, 1,000. Hey, my guy, 1,000 will take you far. That's facts. You know what I mean? That's the I think it's the Kevin Keller, that's the theory, you know what I mean? Yes, baby steps do work. Yes, you got to be able to take baby steps. But I like to throw in a caveat to that. Power moves. Power moves. Power moves is bigger than baby steps. One power move can set you like 30 baby steps up. And so what I end up, because I took so many fucking baby steps, I'm like, yo, you know what? I don't neglect the baby steps. I don't, you know what I mean? Because everybody needs to start, you know what I mean, where they are, and homage to that, right? I give them honor for that. But after you get, you get to a point to where you're like, you know what? Something got to be better. It's power moves, bro. You're not making power moves. Make power moves, right? Make big PR moves. Make, you know what I mean? Make some shit that you can do a PR run on. You know what I mean? If people really want it, you know what I mean? Sometimes people don't really want it in the sense of, you know what I mean, that big. Some people just want to make $1 million. Some just want to make 100,000. Some just want this type of success. And that's another thing we always talk about. Notice that niggas don't know their level of success. Like, my level of success is not your level of success. What you want, you know what I mean? What your success level is, I may want something much more bigger than that.
Without promotion.
Or much more less than that. Like,
without promotion and marketing, your shit goes nowhere.
Just think they really ready until they get you know what I mean? You hit them with the shit and they be like, yo, I'm not ready. Okay. All right. Sure, because
shout out to Dre.
A lot of motherfuckers, they be like, well, this person did it, I can do it. Well, a lot of those, the motherfuckers go through training, some intense ass training, business, 101 and all this other shit, training.
Without promotion and marketing, your shit is gonna go nowhere. Like, you can do what you're gonna do, and you can, like, a lot of people, like, they drop music, right? But they're not making like the royalties and the revenue off of what it is that they putting out. They can have really good fucking music, and that shit can be bomb as fuck, and they dropping it just to be dropping it. But like, without the promotion and the marketing behind what you're doing, you're not gonna get that proper like homage of what it is that you need from your shit. I ain't dropped a song, a video, and nothing in a year and a half, 2 years, because I was dropping shit. When I first started, when I was doing everything by myself, I was dropping music, videos, all that shit. So you could look at the difference of like my videos and my music from what I have dropped. I got 6 songs dropped right now, 3 singles and 3 collabs, right? With music videos with different songs, right? I got 30,000 streams. That's all for all 6. But if I had 30,000 on each 6 of them songs, I'll be getting that.
Game change.
But because I didn't have the promo and the marketing behind what I had dropped. If I would have had the promo and the marketing behind what I had dropped, that shouldn't be doing numbers. Like my Insane video. I use that one as an example. 10K. And it's more that view. If once it reaches 11,000, and you know how the fucking algorithm works. We got a 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. They always give you that K once you hit the thousands until you hit the next thousands, then you get the next K. It never puts those in between numbers. It always gives you the K until you hit the next K. If I would have put that behind what I was doing with all my other music, I'd have way more. Until I got that promotion and marketing behind me, it made a difference.
Okay, I'll give because you're making me you're making me go on my bag right now. So I'll give cats another plug. Check this out. If you want, the whole theory is to get listeners like you spoke of, right? You want to be able to get 30,000 listeners on each song, right? So if I need to get 30,000 listeners on each song, that means I need to either promote to 3 million people, right? So I look at, well, what is going to cost for me to promote to 3 million people?
$300.
You think? We may need more than that. We may need more of a bigger push on
That's the minimum.
Well,
300 is minimum.
Well, we're looking at the marketing side, like as far as you want press.
What you talk about, T-Time? I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. Like, what you talk about.
That's
My thing
$300
is,
at its minimum just to get your song on a playlist to get people listening to it, not
but
just globally,
but
but internationally on Spotify.
okay, all right. So I'm not go do you like I would do like in the Shark Tank, like niggas be in the Shark Tank, right? I'm not gonna do you like that, but what? But you have to understand that the industry is worked in another way that most entertainers don't even know.
Okay.
A lot of cats spend 10 years just getting the information that I've learned in a year at
Yeah.
12. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And when you see it, like when you see it for really what it is, you look at everybody like, damn, they're like the hamster on the wheel in a sense. You know what I mean? Because they're doing the same thing over and over, not looking at like you got to go beyond your horizon, right? Most cats may say, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to pay more money." It has shit to do with money, nothing to do with fucking money. It's all has to do with literally contacting the people where you want to go. That's literally it, and having a realistic fucking goal. Because a lot of motherfuckers be like, "Oh well, I'm gonna go to Vegas and I'm gonna do a show on the strip." Fuck that. What the fuck? You ain't gonna get no money out of that shit.
No.
And you gotta
free promo.
And you okay, cool. Free promo. I give you that free promo, right?
But you didn't wasting more money than you making.
You still got to get people there. You still got to make sure that they're gonna be entertained because there gonna be other niggas on the night.
It's just bad.
You know what I mean? It's just like when you see that, and I see cats do that over and over and over and over. I'm like, yeah, you're insane. You know what I mean? Like you haven't even like got down to the table to figure out. Like I need to scale this up. Most cats think of that shit as me. Oh, it's me. No, it ain't you, bro. That's a fucking product. Your name, that music, that it's a fucking product, bro. You in the lane of business.
For your
Niggas in the
city.
business. That's why
People
niggas
love in
begin.
their city and where they from. You got your
Man.
people where you from that'll support you. But
Hey,
what about the people that's over the whole? We're talking about the whole 50 states. We're talking about international. Where you make your money is international. That's where you make your money. That's your bread and butter. You want to reach the people that's over in somewhere else. Fuck where we from. We trying to get the people over there.
T-Time, you already there. They're
I'm
trying
not.
to.
I'm still
No.
trying to get there, bro.
Mentally, you already there.
Yeah, you there.
You get what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like if you speak of it, you're there already. Now it's just this way of coming into existence. You get what I mean? So like, you have to see it for that perspective. Like, damn, okay, cool. Most cats aren't even there, T-Time. Like, they ain't even there. Like, they're still like, well, nigga, we go move it out the trunk of our car. We go hit these shows. We go do these open mics. We go, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? What the,
Nigga,
you know what I mean? That's great.
That's not gonna get you nowhere. Like,
I would say, look, I would give them the credit of this. I would say this. I would give them the credit of this, that it literally helps you out with your show performance. If you're trying to get your show performance on point, cool. Do all the fucking open mics, everything, because I did it. Facts. When I wanted to get the band, I wanted to get the city off the ground. You know what I mean? I started doing all the open mics I could fucking do. Gang of them. All the open mics I could do. Gang of them. Right? Nigga, after about like a year of that shit, I stopped it. We started touring. I was already touring before that. But I just did it to pick up a whole new brand in the city. Then I just said, well, cool. I already outbeat the city because these niggas ain't going to really pay me for what I know how to get the show booked for. So I'm going to go out. T-Time, I did my fucking first show with my guy, Rick's Melody. He was like, I'm with you, bro. Let's go do it. Soon as we get up, I call my cousin. Notice, yo, I'm coming to Vegas. Whoop the whoop. That nigga, you better come to my house. You staying here. We get to his house. Of course, you already know we chopping it up. We going over the music. We checking out things. Blase. And all of a sudden, I go do the show. Not on the strip. Not on the strip. In Boulder City, Nevada.
Boulder City.
And murder. Our first show, I got $250. Right? Wasn't shit. Right? I get that just playing drums, period. So my boy get that. He gets double of that performing just at a church. So it wasn't like we was winning on a money tip. Then why the fuck are we doing it, right, Biz? Why you talking about going to the bag? Why you talking about woo woo whoop and you doing the show like this? Woo woo, right? We have merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Our merchandise put 1,800 in our pocket that night. On top of
Merchandise
the
is what sells,
on
man.
top of the 250. And it was only like 60 people there. 60 people. We worked within our means. We didn't go out and go fucking get a 1,000 venue, 1,000 people venue, a 200 capacity venue. I'm being realistic. I ain't gonna make no money in that shit, and I gotta work 10 times, 100 times harder to get motherfuckers there.
And you gonna spend more money trying to get motherfuckers there.
Thank you, sir. Spend way more money. Now check this out, Tea Time.
For 10,000 people, and only 100 show up.
I give y'all the third plug. I'm out. Check this out. If y'all want people to come to y'all show, y'all need to understand it's promoters, right? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go out to promoters in LA. Fuck that. Nope, that's not what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
Not what I'm talking about. The promoters in LA most likely gonna want you to bring niggas to the shows and shit and blah blah blah. And they praying that to be more females there than anything because they buy, so they manipulate off of ticket sales, and then they charging $10 to $20 at the door. And the bands probably only gonna make about maybe $100, $150 each man. So that's fuckery. Yeah. And the band is performing for like damn near 10 artists on the night. Yeah. That's fuckery. Then they got to be there early to learn the songs. And look, that's a whole nother aspect. Like they raping the band members on that shit. You know what I mean? And then they make about $2 or $3 grand at the door because they got about maybe 100 people or maybe 150 people in the house. So they make about a couple grand. Then the house take the bar.
Yeah.
So the promoter's not making that. So the promoter's like, cool, I walk away with a G bar, paying out the band. Really, that's it.
Yeah, you got to disperse that between everybody who you come with.
So I don't do that shit in LA.
LA, I'm telling you what.
You know where you go?
They will fuck you in the ass with no Vaseline. You gonna be wrong.
Tea Time, you know where you go? You take your shit to Oregon, Tea Time. You know why? It's an open state. They're happy friendly, if you know what I mean.
I used to live out there and I served out there. I know.
Right? But you know what's right above there? Motherfucking Canada. You got Washington, of course, but Canada's right there.
Canada is where you're gonna make it.
And they love underground hip hop. When I was there, it was dope. I did a whole month there in Canada, and not 5-10 years ago. No, I was there like literally a couple years ago, and it was motherfucking popping. I was very fucking impressed. And they come out to the shows. The promoters promote the show. They know who to go get because they know who the showgoers are. So you gotta understand, there's people that just want to go to shows. Literally, they just want to go to shows.
All they want to do is go to shows.
And they pride themselves on live music. I just want to go check out some new live music. Cool. If you just so happen that night to be on a bill, because they're paying to come in that show. So if you just so happen that night be on the bill and they actually like you, they're cool. You won a couple fans that night. They go follow you. They go be following you on your tour. That's great. But the whole point is you got to check to do what you do. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. I don't go at the venues to push my music. I go at the venues that's going to pay me to do what I do.
That's what I'm doing. Nigga, that's what the fuck I want. Because I'm telling like he's finna go on tour with Gasmask.
So, you know what I mean? And those are the elements. And then, like, you know what I mean? We'll later on, I expound on how to set up the team to do touring and shit like that, because that's what we're doing now. I'm setting up the whole squad to do the touring and getting everybody, like, we got to get fleet vehicles. And, you know, I have a CPA who's going to get all the fleet cars and, you know, get us solid. Then we're setting up, we have a division that me and Notice was talking about earlier about Canada, how we got our boy K Fresh out there. And that's going to be, you know, start a whole new community of the Gasmask Tribe out there. You know what I mean? And all this started from the band, from Dirtyharvard. That's literally all this shit started from. It
That's
started from
right.
the band of Dirtyharvard, and we needed a logo. And me going over the logo, I ended up finding in the black inventors, and black man invented the gas mask. So understand, when we say the Gasmask Tribe, it's for a reason. So
Yes, sir.
people, we thank y'all so much, man. I talk too much, man. Y'all want to expound something, and before we head out of here, man.
Man, you got it, man. T-Time, you've been great. I'm over here wheezing and shit.
You been doing good though, man.
I know he's a little sick, man. So I
He
get
over
it.
there like
Nigga, like that kid looking at like 2 Twinkies and shit.
this.
I'm already a heavy breather. I'm over here trying to breathe slow and shit.
You gonna suffocate.
I hear myself on my mic. I'm like, damn, these niggas don't do this on camera, nigga. I swear to God, I'm gonna feel like, I don't care.
I told you that was Tea Time snort. That wasn't you. That was Tea Time that was snoring. I was like, I know I hear some snort. What the fuck?
You with the sleep, nigga?
That's me. That's me. I snort when I laugh sometimes. Don't mind me.
I'm over here. When you in this mic, you can hear yourself. I'm over here. So I'm like, I hope nobody hears this shit. Biz know what I'm talking about, because you can hear yourself in the mic. So you like,
bro, that's me all day. I swear, ain't no shame in my game. Ain't mad at it.
She killing me. She killing me. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We see y'all.